too hot.
Jimmy John sucks.
What is that?
But straight, the bread's good.
Jimmy John's a sandwich shop.
Oh,
It's
in that
kinda
area?
whack.
Okay, yeah, I've never heard
It's
of it.
whack. I don't like it. I'm not a big sandwich eater. I like hot sandwiches with the melted cheese.
If it ain't a bodega, I don't like it. I
The
like
bodega with the egg and cheese.
bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce.
Wait, what?
That's how you gotta say it.
I said we down
don't-
south. We don't have that.
Don't fall for that shit. They say the same shit in DC, and don't nobody like that shit but niggas from DC.
Like what?
New York doesn't like that.
Salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce, mumble. So they be saying it all fast and dumb.
What is
That's
that?
how
I
you
hate
gotta
mumbo
say
sauce.
it.
I hate mumbo sauce.
Nobody don't
I'm
care
okay,
about-
all that if I got mumbo sauce. Like that's too much. It's too much.
Mumble sauce is nasty as hell.
Nothing but ketchup. I hate mumbo sauce.
I've
Mm-mm.
heard of that. I don't know what that is.
You're not missing anything. Ketchup.
Ketchup with sweet and sour sauce in it.
Some trash. They feed
Well, just
black
sweet and
people
sour.
trash. They feed black people trash. Like the food that they serve is just. They serve a lot of prison food. Like I noticed at Taco Bell, they have this.
How do you know? How
I'm
do
just
you
getting
know
ready to
it's
Asia.
prison food?
I got the internet. I got social media. I see
Bruh.
people cooking in the prison.
Then again, I've had prison food before. I visited a lot of times.
Oh, you haven't, man.
What else?
Listen, most of my family been to jail. I've been going to the prisons my life. My whole
And you
life.
gonna eat that?
You're not
They serve
eating
you food?
man.
Whatever they serve there, we get to eat the food.
Oh my god, no, you don't.
You go
Put him in the
like,
fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
What kind of visits were you having?
None.
They visit all
Was
of
they
Okay.
all day?
Yeah,
Taking
like,
field
take
trips
them
and
to
shit.
visit.
Imagine them. Oh, y'all hungry? Y'all hungry too? The fuck?
Yes. First of all, they used to have the
Let
food
y'all
they serve you,
wait.
and they had the vending machines. So you could press the button to get the sandwiches. I used to go to Sing Sing,
They just let
Clinton,
y'all in the
Dannemora.
kitchen? I don't believe it. I got to see it. They just let y'all in the.
No,
I can't.
no,
I
don't
can't.
don't feed into that shit,
I
man.
can't. I
That's
can't
what
see it.
that's what New York niggas do. They talk New York shit and think niggas gonna believe that bullshit. I remember one time I was this nigga from Harlem, right? He was talking, they be talking stupid, right?
They talk fast with their hands.
Nah, not even know they talk stupid,
That's
right?
birthday.
So I chopped that nigga in his neck and his belt broke. I said, "Shut up, stupid nigga! Fuck out of here, New York nigga."
You like putting your hands on people, him. You gotta. When's
Never.
that gonna stop? When's that-
Huh? Huh?
When is that gonna stop? Be like putting your hands on people. When's that gonna stop?
When people stop being stupid.
And that's the thing I'm talking about. Like you cannot enact or exact your opinion.
Yes, you can.
Well, you shouldn't. You're right. You can, but you shouldn't.
Nah, you say you shouldn't. Yes, you should. People do dumb shit.
The government that you want to control you says you shouldn't. So now what?
I didn't say nothing, but I gave you an example of China because you didn't understand that things that are controlled can be successful.
Okay, well, the government controls currently and in the future. If you want to be like communist,
I know
China.
that. I see you trying to think about how to combat what I say.
No,
You can't.
I'm just saying. Well, you're trying to talk over me. That's what you're trying to do.
No, I'm
Mary
saying
said
just,
she
just
coming.
absorb it. She coming? Yeah, just absorb it. That's all I'm saying.
I choose not to. I deflect.
I guarantee if the purge was real, a lot of people conduct themselves a lot differently.
Possibly. Yeah.
Or it not even have to be purge. Just I'll punch you in your shit day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So every December 6th, they know, listen.
On your birthday, really? On your birthday, you have a punch in the
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most, man. How everybody doing tonight? Love was good.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, man. Everything's everything. What up, Nay?
What up, though? That's how they say on BMS.
Yeah, now they talking Detroit. Dana was good.
What's going on? Glad to be back.
Indeed. Everything's kosher.
Everything's good.
Where sis was good.
Hey, what's up?
Why you dressed like Mike Tyson? Why you got your shit? Never mind. Tay, what up though?
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hi.
I'm in here.
Wow.
Isha.
Good evening, my good people.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Isha.
Bro, what's good?
What's up?
Good. All right, man. So this was interesting. Shout out to P. Shout out to Chief for introducing this topic. I kind of compounded it. I wasn't sure which way we would go with it, so we'll find out. Should/do women have game? Should/do women have game? Especially today's world, modern society. We talked about the superwoman. Women think they could do everything men could do and they should be compensated the same, so on and so forth. So what about this realm here? So we want to assess it. But first, I want to ask this question. Because I want to set the baseline, right? We're talking about game, but I want to get you guys understanding of how you even feel about being in a relationship in the first place. So Dana, how important is it to be in a relationship?
That is a very interesting question. I think it's extremely important to be in a relationship if it's right, if it's the right circumstances, if it's a healthy relationship, because we are creatures who need each other. I say that all the time. Like I hate the gender wars so much because we actually do need each other, and we desire companionship. We desire sex. So I don't know. I think it's very important, as long as it's good, it's healthy.
Word. Shout out to John the Baptist with the $20 super sticker. Was good, bro. Damn, I was just on the panel with John the Baptist. Many people could be using that name, but he had some good thoughts. Everybody else was talking bullshit. The John the Baptist that came up there brought it back to reality and things of substance. So I appreciate that.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Shout out to Crystal. Good evening. Bub was good. You got an inquiry from Lady O, who is also a member, sis. Did sis and B book that date yet? Says you can't.
And the follow-up question is, will
Talk.
you eventually?
Nah, if they ain't book it yet, it's been 30 days.
No. The answer is no. It's not gonna happen.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Okay. Tay, how important is it to be in a relationship?
I think it's very important to be in a healthy relationship, because you could be in a toxic one and then that not do anybody good. So I believe in, people pouring into each other and making each other better. I, for one, believe I'm better in a relationship because I'm better as a pair. I'm a Libra, so y'all know how we do. But yeah, I think it's very important.
When you say toxic, if you're unhappy in a relationship, let's say a marriage, if you're unhappy, do you consider that toxic?
What I consider toxic is abuse of any kind and things of that nature that's going to cause you to mentally break down or do something that's, negative.
So if you're unhappy in a relationship, what do you deem that as toxic or negative? Is that necessary to be happy?
I mean, if you're unhappy, you talk about what makes you unhappy so that you can work toward being happy. I don't necessarily think that, yields toxicity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So Isha, if you're unhappy, is that a deal breaker for you in a relationship?
No, I think being unhappy is a temporary emotion. Especially if the relationship is based on purpose. Your happiness don't even matter. As long as the purpose is being fulfilled, then you can work through that stage. It's a stage.
Word. So you think relationship is very important to you?
I definitely do. I think we go through so much as people anyway. And it's better. Two is always better than one. Just myself going through the death of my mom by myself, that's hard. That was hard. So.
Yeah. It's a different type of support from a person that you you say. What you think, love? How important is it to be in a relationship?
It is important if it adds value to you, to each other. There has to be value added. And that includes what everyone said. So I want to make sure I'm clear. is value added, meaning it brings out the best version of you. And a couple of the women said, two is better than one, and I like being relationship. I'm better in relationships. So yeah, that adds value. So if it adds value, then it's very important. I am wholeheartedly a big supporter of being in healthy relationships that allows you to be the best version of yourself.
So a lot of ifs. So how important is it to be in a relationship?
It is very important.
Okay. And obviously it needs to be successful, right? Is what you're saying?
Yes. Productive, viable, which means living. When those factors are at play, it's a wonderful thing. It won't have to be perfect, and it will never be perfect, but it works.
Yeah. Okay. Ro, is being single a flex?
No. Nope.
How should we look at being single? Because I think there's a consensus here about how important relationship is.
I guess from my own perspective, singleness taught me a lot more about myself, right? Because I know when we go through different phases, we sometimes just glide through those phases and we don't have anybody holding us accountable. Our friends might say something, we don't catch it. Our family might say something, we're not catching it. But I always say, if there's like 2 or 3 more people saying the same thing that are close to you, then you need to kind of listen and take in what they're saying. And that includes, a spouse or a mate or a partner or whoever you're dating. And I think that it allows for you to get to know yourself. But I think that you need that relationship to confirm what's going on in that phase, if that makes sense.
So does the relationship raise your level of accountability?
It does. It does.
Okay. So do you think you need another person to hold you accountable?
I think we all do. I think we do. Because if we don't, we'll go unchecked and we could be hurting ourselves in situations that we're not even aware. And believe it or not, there are a lot of adults that have never been checked, not even from their parents, or their parents stopped at a certain point. And so they haven't been checked in a while. And I say that you could tell because some adults, I always say they haven't had their ass whooped in a while because they really doing stuff that is just, that would have, if it's been checked, they wouldn't do it.
Okay. That's solid. Okay. So I think relationships are pretty important. Does everybody on the panel want to be in a relationship if they aren't already at this time?
Yes.
Yes, I would like to be.
Sis?
Well, what I'm thinking, just listening to you, you skipped over me, but that's cool. I think that it should become more important. I think out of sight, out of mind, women get complacent that are single and just keep moving about their lives without even thinking about it. I know I do. So I don't know if it is as important as, I can't say it's immediately important. I think I should put more thought into it and effort, if I'm being honest. Would you ask me, do I want to be single?
Do you want to be in a relationship?
Or do I want to be in a relationship? Sometimes, yeah.
Sis, let me ask you a question. Do you want to be in a relationship?
At times.
I'll let it slide. John the Baptist with the $5 super chat. Living single or unmarried can be very costly for a woman if she is not in her father's home. Living single or unmarried can be very costly for a woman if she is not in her father's home.
Word, John.
Shit like that.
I think that's solid. Sis, what say you about that? I know I heard you go on a rant before that you tired of doing this, that, and the third, but you saying a relationship is only important at times.
Yeah, at times, like a day like today, I don't want to see anybody. So that's what I mean by that. Like, if I had somebody, I had to deal with his ass, and on every level. So, I mean, that's why I say at times, and I'm only speaking from my feelings and current experience. It is what it is.
Why did so much disdain come out your voice when you talking about him and have to deal with his ass?
Cause I mean, laundry, cooking, you just gotta do things. I don't think it's all negative, but it is work. And if you're in a relationship, it's work.
When you think about the men, do you get a negative or positive thought first?
A little both. A little both. Like, it's work. And just from history, it's hard dealing with a man. It's something to think about. Without that, nothing to think about. I could think about what I'm gonna eat. I could sit here butt naked, no issues. I'm free.
Wow.
Damn.
Sometimes men are like kids here.
You mean like washing their clothes and stuff like that?
Or if they're sick, they're very needy people. Like sometimes, okay, for example, my son and I, we can get takeout real fast, and that's good for us. We good. But dealing with a grown man, he want a home cooked meal, and sometimes I don't want to cook a home cooked meal.
That's real. That's real. What if you want to lift the leg up that night, but you want to keep your man happy? I don't feel like I don't feel like lifting my leg up. I don't feel like doing other services. I'm tired. Like sis, I just don't feel like it. But to please your man, so he doesn't go off somewhere, as we talked about in previous podcasts, we have to do that. We don't feel like it. So it is work to further the point.
And especially if you've been single for so long and you're used to doing things on your time, your way, the way you want to do it, then you have to get used to considering somebody else's thoughts and feelings.
But I'll say you just need somebody to be patient with you and who understands that. I mean, I think that's still possible to be on that path. But singledom is a thing. But yeah, I think it takes some adjustment.
When I think of a man, the first thought is good. It's sexual though, but it's good though. When I first think of a man,
I think mine is financial support. Like, I mean, I could do it by myself, but I want to spend my money for other stuff.
I got a quick question. I got a quick question for us ladies. Do we look at it like I don't want to go to this job, or do we look at it like we're doing our job, we're happy, we're doing our job, we're satisfying him, we're happy? Is it like that, or when you guys say it's work?
It's still a job.
So we can clarify.
But it's still a job.
I can do a job that I love.
And it's work either way though, right? It's work when you're single. Either way, you got to cook, you got to clean, whatever, So I just feel like it goes both ways. And it depends on the person that you're with. It don't feel like work because y'all doing it together. Or whatever the vibe is, it's working. Or y'all got chemistry or whatever the case.
Yeah, that's the understanding. Like, it shouldn't be a problem if one day, because I'm the person that cooks, that cleans, that does everything. It shouldn't be a problem if it's one day I'm like, hey, I don't feel like cooking today. So what you want to eat? And it's never an issue. It's just like, all right, like whatever, like you cook, 4 days out the week most of the time. So why not? So a lot of that goes into also what they play and just communicating with them as well. Like, hey, I'm at work. I wasn't able to throw this load in the laundry. Can you do it real quick? And then I'll put it in the dryer or whatever when I get back. Like, I think a lot of that comes into your partner and, how you guys kind of balance each other out.
Damn. I just wonder. I hear a lot of selfishness, to be honest. Miss Nay, are women built to give love and nurture or to receive love and nurture?
Ooh. I think it's easier to give when we feel like we're being loved on, to be honest, at least for me.
Wow.
It is. It's easier because I feel like you're trying to pour into somebody else. Be like, I'm pouring into what? It can feel like that.
So you guys aren't built to do that. Then you're saying it's only if you're receiving it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
It's kind of hard. It's very hard to love on somebody when you're not receiving it. You want to feel love too. So it's like I'm pouring out into you, but what am I getting as well? I want to feel love too. Why I got to give everything?
But that's why I feel
reciprocated.
That's why I feel like it's built in us, because with it being built in us, we're going to always start that out naturally. Well, I'm not going to say that for all women. Me personally, I'm always going to lead with that. You get what I'm saying? And then if it gets to a point where it's like I'm overwhelmed because I'm doing so much, and then it's like you're either not appreciative or you don't even notice, or, you know, it's just nothing to you. That's when I start, you know, in a way it's like, okay, like, let me see if I pull back on this and see what the reaction is. Let me see if, you know, maybe we start to communicate better there. But I feel like naturally women do lead with, hey, like, this is what I come with.
So
depending on their traumas, though. At least
question, Dana.
Yep.
See, it's disheartening to hear that, honestly, because if they went through this, then they're not going to be able to do that. If they're not receiving it, then they won't do that. I just
It sounds
feel
conditional.
Yeah, very much so. And I think a lot of things can be transactional, but the conditions on that can be tough. Dana.
Yep.
If a Ku Klux Klan member
what the
and
what the fuck?
if a Ku Klux Klan member and a black woman walks into a bar, which one of them gonna say black men ain't shit first?
Hampton. I'm going with the KKK. Every
But
day.
I don't think so. Because
wait, Mary, you keep jumping. Why not, Dana?
Because I don't think that that's our default as much as you all like to make it seem as though it is. Because a lot of women, most women don't feel that way. We don't feel, especially women of a certain age, we don't subscribe to niggas ain't shit. We don't subscribe to black men ain't worth shit. We want to be with black men. The women who were on the panel that you just asked the question, if we want to be in a relationship, I'm assuming those who want to be with men want to be with black men. I don't have any issue with them. I love them. I think that they're God's gift. So I don't see that as being a realistic thing. I think that's something that y'all just like to throw around a lot.
Now, let me ask you a question, and I know you're going to be authentic with me. I know it's topics, and I know it's a podcast. If I rewind this back and click all through the episodes, you think it's going to back what you said or what the assumption is?
I think it'll back what I said. Absolutely. I think that the questions that you ask are...
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Go
ahead. I mean, the questions that you ask are very situational. So there are times where we're not fans of some of the behaviors and some of the name calling and all the other shit that we get a lot on this podcast. But as a whole, if we're leading with our feelings and how we feel about black men in general, we don't hate y'all. We love y'all.
Yeah, I think you love us, but I think that niggas ain't shit come out a whole lot too.
I don't subscribe to that.
Yeah, I think I mean, they were saying it last week. Somebody said, I ain't gonna say no names, why get in shape for these niggas? They ain't shit.
I must have missed
I think
that.
I said something similar, but I ain't said it.
They dogs.
Oh yeah. No. I said I watched skinny bitches get drugged through the mud. You know, some of the bitches that's out here nice and thin, skinny, getting drugged through the mud. That's what I said. Okay.
Now you know I got a great memory, sis. But I'll let it be. Tay, are good men worth the work? Good men.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's a no-brainer. We
Yeah.
in it.
Shout out to Hank. What up, though? Hank and the ladies. Hank showed his ass. Pause last week. Shout out to Hank. Oh shit. Hold on now. Hey, Rock here, ladies, just in case y'all didn't know. Hey, everybody hit that damn like button, man. Please, we appreciate it. Barney was good. Rock was good. Okay. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. All right, let me ask this question. Love you up. Do women have game?
Yes. Yes.
Explain.
Now I'm going to define game and why I said yes. We have game to get a man's attention. Yes, we do. We have game.
That ain't the game we talking about.
What game are you talking about? So I can answer the question appropriately.
The game, like how men supposed to have game.
Well, a lot of men don't have game, but
Bill Bellamy.
Bill Bellamy, you said?
How to be a come on.
I know. I'm just saying, but no, but listen, I thought
I'm using reference for your age range. Come on now. Go ahead.
Nigga, no, you didn't. Hampton, go to hell. I think so. I honestly do. Women do. I know we can't say some because it's not all, but there are a majority of women that do have game. And I think that shows in why there's a lot of bitter men out there because they got played because women played the game and they ultimately got played. So yes, the answer is yes.
So women have game. That's your answer?
Yes, sir. And I said why I believe they have game because they have played men and men have gotten upset and say BITCHs ain't SHIT because they've been hurt because the woman was playing the game and the men was tricking.
And you're saying most of the women have that game?
A number of women have that game. Yes. Now, if it's a large number, I don't have the stats. I'm sorry. I can't get the stats. But I think a number of women do have that game. Yes. And it's been proven in these comments because there are a lot of angry men in these comments. No matter what we say, they come at our necks. So that just further proves my statement because they've been hurt before. I want them to get healing. They deserve to get healing, but they've been hurt from a woman that played the game and they know they were getting played. The men didn't know they were getting played.
Okay. So when you read the comments, your assumption is these men are bitter?
A lot of them come off as bitter. A lot of the men's comments come off as bitter. And some of them aren't. Some of them are constructive, but some of them come off as bitter. We actually had a guest that came on the show about 2 or 3 weeks, in a row, and he came off as bitter.
Okay. So could it be possible that what we say up here is bullshit and they call it out?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying.
No, I'm asking you.
When you can articulate why you want to debunk my statement or any other statements that are up here and you want to articulate it to debunk it, fine. There's not a problem with that. But when you can articulate it and you hit below the belt and come at people's looks or sit there and say things like, you'll never be with a man or you don't deserve to be with a man. Like, again, these comments, I've seen them from my own 2 eyes. So that is not constructive. And even if you do think what we're saying up here is BS, for that type of statement to come out your mouth, that's bitter and weird.
John the Baptist with the $5 super chat. Often women confuse love with their feelings. Men see duty and love in spite of how they feel. What you think about this, Mary? Golly.
Don't start. You're talking about what I think about what he said specifically?
Yeah.
I just don't think I feel like because men don't personally see it as often, they think that majority of women react and do things with their emotions, when I don't think that's the truth. A lot of women actually do have game to the point where, because we don't put it out front and we don't let you know what we're doing, you don't see it. You're not seeing it as game. You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing it as any of that, because I know women that have stuck around because dudes have money, put them through school, and they out of there as soon as they done. You know what I'm saying? Women have game in a different way, but because men don't, it's just not something we're vocal about. It's not like how men are, like they just want to brag about they do this. It's not something that women are vocal about, so men don't think it's there, because a lot of times they don't know.
Okay. Ro, do women have game?
Only certain women have game. I put in the chat, two can play that game, the movie. She was not emotional. She was playing game until she felt like it was beneficial to her. And of course she ended up getting caught up. But again, at first she started, it was a game to her. It was a process. And I believe only certain women can successfully handle playing the game.
Oh, all right. Can women go out there and bag men? I ain't talking about this conniving shit that y'all talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm not. No, see, you think you bagging because he put his dick in your vagina. That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying literally there are women that go out here and can pull a man, whether they're even if they're using them for sex, that's still game. That's still them using them for something that they want.
Got to use what you got to get what you want.
So. I mean, that's it. They can play the game sexually. They can play the game financially. There are some women that play the game just so that you could go somewhere with them. They don't want to deal with you. They just want you. They want to use you for your looks. They want to use you as an escort, and they don't want to deal with you no more. That is game.
We don't want y'all. A lot of times we don't want to be with y'all. Like, y'all think that everybody want to be with you. A lot of times we don't want to be with y'all. There is a lot of dudes that we know up front, I would never be with this nigga. But you think because you get the pussy, nigga, I just wanted the dick too. Like, it's a fair trade. Like, I don't know why you think you got the one up because I gave you something. That's all I wanted. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm in a bar and I see a nigga that I'm attracted to, I'm not going to approach him. I don't have no game. I'm not bagging him like that. He gonna have to see me looking at him or something before. I'm not making the first move, so I don't have game like that. But if it comes to getting my needs met with a nigga I already know that likes me, yeah, I can play with his head.
That's game, right, Nisha? Is that game?
But that's different. I can't bag a nigga.
That's not the game we're talking about.
Right.
But we too emotional for that, because just like you said, Vivica Fox, she still got caught up in the end. And I'm just speaking from my own experience. Like, it worked for a while, but I ended up getting caught up. My feelings got involved eventually because we're emotional creatures.
Yeah, I didn't get caught up. I feel like, damn, I feel bad.
I'm led by my feelings.
I'm like, this nigga about to send me money to buy shoes. I'm at work. And I don't even like him. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt bad. But
not long
Did you
long
take
term.
the money, Isha?
I didn't, because I felt bad. And he stopped talking. I was very honest. I was like, listen, I'm not even interested in you like that. So he stopped talking to me.
Yeah, well, that's righteous of you.
Not all women have that conscience, though, is the point that we're making.
They don't. Like, a lot of women can go into things with no emotion.
Right, right.
I don't know why people think that just doesn't exist. Like, it definitely exists.
It does.
So some women start out with no game, though. They start out not having game. You feel like you're getting played, and then that game start creeping up in you, and you're like, "Oh, who can play this game?"
Right.
That ends up happening. Yeah.
7N or Zan, I don't know. I apologize for the $2 super chat. Does Vivica Fox and Megan Good got game, ladies?
I don't.
Didn't Vivica play 50?
I guess you're just saying all that game you're talking about. They still outside.
And they won't. Yeah.
Oh no, I think Vivica, she had it and then she lost it when she started to get obsessed with 50 Cent. So that never, after that situation, it just didn't. I think that put her in a bad light.
Why do we assume? Why was Vivica Fox making good the examples of having game in the sense they're single that they're not? I'm trying to understand why were they the examples? Like who's just because they are aesthetically. Say what'd you say him?
No, I'm saying he'll probably reply. Go ahead, ask him.
Oh, but the fact that Vivica had $3 trillion worth of work done. Okay, and Vivica, not Vivica, but Megan, she's pretty, but just because a woman is pretty doesn't mean she automatically has game. So I want us to kind of dispel that because there can be an average looking female and have mad game.
So, Aiden, tell me about a time when you went up and bagged a nigga.
I'm not talking personally. I'm just saying I know women that do that.
No, I'm asking. Tell me about a time.
When I approached him and we went on a date. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what we're talking about with bag. What's bagging?
Go ahead. Tell me the story. I'll let you know.
So I asked this guy out on a date. I called him. I
Tell
saw
me
him
how
at
you
work.
did it.
Okay. I saw him at work. We were in the same circles occasionally. He's a little bit higher up than me. And I just thought he was very attractive. And so I called him. Actually, I asked for his number from a friend, mutual friend. Got his number. I called him and I told him he was very nice looking. I've had my eye on him for a while. And I wanted to know, I want to go out on a date with you. I would like to go on a date. And he said, sure. And we went out on a date.
What happened?
Well, we went on a date.
I'm so nervous.
And because he ended up being gay.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
The story. Come on, man. That ain't come on. He looking for a girlfriend.
But I didn't know. You asked me when I asked the guy out. I asked the guy out.
I'm about to clarify.
I was answering that question. You made me go further with it. But I did.
And you already knew him. There was proximity. No, that ain't what we talking about. We talking about you. I'm gonna have to give y'all some more heat now. We talking about raw biscuit going up to a nigga. Okay. What's up? This and the third. Okay. That does not count. And he was gay. Come on, man. That don't even.
I knew he was gay in the beginning, though.
He did. He knew he was gay.
So it don't count to go to a mutual friend.
No. Go see. What you say?
Let's see.
Go ahead. Let me hear it.
Asia, man, what you say to that nigga? Get the fuck out of here. I was on the cruise and before they could ask me what I was drinking, I asked him what he was drinking, and then they ended up buying all kind of stuff and exchange numbers for the rest of the. We were on a cruise, it's
all right,
far.
wait, no, because I wasn't listening for a second. You said, how did this initiate?
Okay, we're sitting at the bar and then, drinking stuff like that. And then I kind of leaned over and I said, what you drinking? And then he told us. And then he's like, what y'all want? And then exchanged numbers. Then for the rest of the cruise, he was on my back.
Wait, so he asked you what you was drinking first?
No, I asked him, the guy, what he was drinking. That's usually.
I thought somebody said what you drinking first.
No. I did.
Okay, so he just sitting next to you.
Kind of down some. So I stood up, leaned over, and I said, what you drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Then it just went from there.
What did he say?
He told me what they were drinking, tequila and stuff. I'm like, oh, I love tequila, you know that. So then I'm like, oh yeah. And then he's like, what kind you want? And then it just goes from there.
Now let me ask you a fair question. Is this an all-inclusive cruise?
You pay for it. Pay for everything.
Do you pay like transactionally?
He didn't have the drink package. If that's what you take,
did you have the drink package? That's what I'm asking.
I had it. Yeah.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
Next. Man, I'm on your ass, man. See, I be knowing, bro. All right, hold on. Let me read the super chat.
But he didn't have it though. So what are you saying?
Zan with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Game for the ladies isn't short term. Exclamation point. It's you getting the ring and riding off in the sunset. No matter how tall or big his beard is, you got out the streets. So I guess he's saying that women have game when they actually make that man stay. Or they stay with that
What if
man.
we don't? But what if we don't want him to stay though? What if we just want it like Mary's? One of y'all said we just want to have sex with him. And we bagging him.
You can just let it land.
Okay, I'll let it land.
Well, I bag my husband.
T spells. What up though?
Shit like that. Shit like that.
All is well, man. Appreciate you. All right.
So you didn't say game had to lead to marriage.
Right. That's all. I mean, definition.
We having fun with it, but you guys know.
Moving the goalposts on us, Asia.
They do, because I asked a guy out before. I just saw him at the club. Was a lounge? Wasn't a club.
No, Asia. You already went and.
But that was like over 20 years ago. But I was just learning how to do it.
I'm not having that.
I got a redeeming story that really did happen.
0-2 so far. Sis bought the nigga a free drink.
Listen,
come on, man.
I know women who got game. My best friend.
We don't know her. We don't know her.
You know her, but every man that's ever met her or tried to talk to her came out their pockets big time.
Yeah, so that type of game, I agree. Women can be manipulative in that way. I'm talking about bagging. Tay, go.
Y'all asking the wrong one.
Oh, you don't got game, so you were Isha.
I have bagged somebody, but clearly ain't nobody stayed, so it's not the same definition. I'm thinking about. That's all I'm saying. I'm the wrong person, but things can change. We'll see how that goes.
Tell me the story, bro. Y'all out here in the street shooting shots. Let me see.
What have I done? Damn, I did a lot. I bag hitchhikers. Like, they I offer, I give.
Wow.
I offer, I give, I get them, then they go away. Then it's like a yearly thing. They come back again. Like that's like, that's what I get.
No, they gamed you.
Yeah,
put him in a fucking bed and get him out of here. Come on.
But I was okay with giving it because I wanted something in return. I wanted them. So I gave, and then I got them, and then now they periodically show up every other year.
And what do you do with them when they show up?
I ignore them. They're on block because you didn't appreciate me while I was there.
Yo, this is not going so well, Mrs. Yeah, we got all the game in the world. Dana, go.
Fuck no. No. Every time I've ever tried to approach someone, disaster, really bad, really awkward, very weird. I'll initiate a conversation with someone, or if you let me know that you want to flirt with me, I'll flirt back. But if I go and approach you, I would liken it to like, what's that shit called? The Gordon Gartrell shirt that from the Cosby Show. That's how my game looks. It's a disaster. It looks so bad. I don't. Maybe somebody is successful, but I have never been, and I do not like to make the attempt because it's bad.
This is going horribly. Oh, we had so much game until I start digging in.
Okay, hold on.
Mary,
we said it's I gotta see if this counts. Hold on.
You know what I hate? Y'all trying to make up stories and tell them to me. I'm not gonna believe it. It's over with. Can I get Mary? Can I get Mary in, please?
No, because she's just gonna tell she got her husband. Can I just tell you one
No,
story?
I'm about to chop that fable up too. Because that doesn't count either. Because she faked like she wanted to be his friend just to get closer to him, start cooking for him and all that. Took him from the girl she was with, and then she did the game where, man, she don't even cook that good, huh?
That's game, Mary. That's
what I'm about to say. She got the game, Mary. Sound like she got it. Sound like you got it, Mary.
That's that grimy game.
No. What me personally, if I'm spitting my game to you, I'm gonna be honest. It's because
no, Mary. We don't want to hear no embellished bullshit story. I'm going off the story that actually exists. Was I wrong? Wait. No. Answer my question. I gotta get hot on this segment. I'm sorry.
All right, go ahead.
Was I wrong?
Yes.
You just gonna say yes and try to hold your smile back. Was I wrong?
Yes, I'm telling you the part that you're missing.
What part?
Because I went to spit my game at him so I could fuck. Like that's how it started. That's what I initially wanted. And then, you know, nigga's birthday was around the corner and shit. Let me take you out for your birthday. You know, we
Were you friends first?
Huh?
Were you friends before you gave him some cheeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. All right, mute. Miss Nay. Like, hey,
Put him in the fucking bed.
It's not
Get him out
going
of here.
well. They was talking, oh yeah, we got game.
I still started it. I'm still the one that started it. I'm still the one that shot my shot.
Yeah, he friend zoned you, and then you gave him some
friend
cheeks.
zone me.
Look, don't get offended.
Not friend zone me.
Nay.
Yes.
Look, now everybody's trying to think of sis trying to talk, Asia trying to talk. Y'all failed. Miss Nay.
Yes.
Oh, hey, I can just imagine. Isha, you know how the New York niggas is.
Whatever.
They think they could do every.
Put him in the fucking bed.
I ain't want to hear this shit. I ain't want to hear it.
That's what's wrong with y'all niggas now. Y'all try to make y'all own narrative for everybody. Like, how you know? A lot of shit y'all don't know. Y'all just don't know. Because
Mary,
I feel like I had game and I've gotten game. So I gamed you right back.
Hold on. Mary, stop putting your whole lip in the cup. Now you like a fucking poo putt. Your nose wet. All right, go, Miss Nay. You drink like a kid, nigga.
So I would say, yeah, I think that women do have game. I was saying it before. Like, I feel like we have game. It depends on, it's situational. You know.
No, you.
Oh, for me,
you.
okay. So for me, I would say the situation I'm in now. I slid in them DMs and I bagged. And prior to that, I was talking to a dude, and yeah, I think that I actually came up to him. Just like Love. I approached him at work and I shot my shot, and it was like, okay, cool. So he came up for my birthday. He was buying up drinks, and eventually I let it fester for a good couple of years. We went out a few times, and he wanted something. I wanted it. Okay, so we made it happen, and we did our thing. Nope. Sorry.
But then
can
I get one more, please?
No, sis, you lost. Now
I'm feeling some type of way.
Let me chop.
It sounds like him. Like, which one is the game? Like, if we tricking on dudes, is that game? Or wait, which one? Because I've done that too.
And run it back. I see these comments. Run it back and change that narrative about me taking him from another female, because I didn't. I did not.
We know you bad mouth.
You can't take somebody that don't want to be taken.
Listen, if you marry, if he not married, he's single. He was free game.
Show was.
He wanted to be with you, so that's what it was. So you ain't take him. He was
single until married.
I ain't taking.
That is not game to slide in a man's DMs, Nay.
Well,
I mean, that ain't shit. Niggas do that just for sport. Niggas would be driving and send a text to say, "What you doing?" That ain't nothing.
Sport. Hey, big
and
head.
Then the proximity of the person at your job, that ain't game. Because
I had somebody like paying for me to come all the way out to New York.
Look, now you trying to slide in another story that you didn't tell previously.
What I've said that already. I said,
and we both know that the Metro North costs $17.50. Who gives a fuck if they ask you to come to New York?
Uber,
it don't matter.
And cash app me funds so that I can drive all the way out there. I did it too.
Hey, Tay. Now notice the deflection tactic. Tay, she trying to tell story after story, but I'm just chopping up the first two.
Because I was talking to different people, but I was in the DMs of somebody else at the same time.
I want to be a hater.
I want to put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
No. So I just want the record to reflect that we not only did we fail with flying colors. So shout out to y'all. I just wish y'all would have took the road that Dana took.
Shout out to T because he chose this topic.
Y'all haven't.
We was honest too. Me and Tay.
We said no. We said no.
My bad. The two.
I never said I had game. I said there are a number of women that have game. I know. Run it back, Camp.
No. So here's what I'm saying. I don't care. We got to use the panel as an example. Shout out to Q. None of you niggas got no game. I just want to put that out there. Now, before I've been so rudely interrupted for the past 4.5 minutes. Zan says with the $5 super chat, ladies, if you see me wear those big red boots, Astro boots, how would you spark the convo? What's your pickup line to get attention?
What up, Papa Smurf?
I'm like, I like your style.
See how bad it is?
I ain't gonna lie.
I have to insult you to start a conversation.
I wouldn't even look at you.
Those comfortable? What are those?
Nah,
That's
I'm like,
how
I
I'm
like your
starting to.
style. I would.
Now, all right, let me move. Oh, first off, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. So, everybody, welcome to the stream. I see y'all piling in. We might have to start doing like a runoff so everybody can get in. You know what I mean? Let the stream run a little bit. But shout out to y'all. If you missed it, I just want everybody to be very clear. The ladies on the panel specifically cannot spit no game to a nigga. I just want y'all to understand that. If you coming in the stream late, as I clip it up, you'll see the clips. They've been exposed and have very poor game when it comes to approaching men. Now, my next question is, should women have game? Because you don't. Should
keep reiterating that.
Well, I apologize. Then people jumping in and out the stream. Sis and then love, because y'all been trying to unmute and make up a fake story to tell me. Should women have game, sis?
I ain't never fake. At the end of the day, it just all depends. If a woman wants a guy, some guys don't mind being approached. So in that instance, some men need to be approached because some men are too scared to approach women. So sometimes it might work out for the better if the woman does have a little game and isn't afraid to approach that nigga.
Okay. Dana? Oh, no, love. Sorry. Go ahead.
So I'll be very honest. I don't think that we should have to. I think we should be pursued. I want the art of pursuing women to come back into play again. That's what I want. So to answer this question, no. I want men to have game and pick their game up so they can pursue women all over again and stop wanting to be pursued.
So you don't think you guys should or need to?
No, because the roles have been reversed too far to the extreme, and it's problematic now. Like, men want flowers and all that. No, pursue me. Show me you want me. Bring me flowers. I'm not bringing you flowers, nigga. Like, I want, let's be soft and feminine and real, femme. I want to be hard.
Okay. You guys think you guys are more soft and feminine than more hard and masculine?
I want us to be able to exist in that space. So no, I don't want to pursue men. I don't want to pursue men. I want men to pursue me. Let me exist in my femininity and softness and be pursued. You be the aggressor, but you be the pursuer.
Okay. That's just fair. Ask Ava the $10 super chat. FUI.
Bruh.
I think it's FYI. You buy a package on a cruise. You may not set up the bar on your tab. Sis 100% had to pay for his. Okay. Zan says, last chat, you owe me. What? From date 1 to 10, which one would you step in to take him out and pay? Mary. So you go on dates. You go on 10 dates. At what point do you step in to spend to pay for it?
It depends on how much I'm attracted to you. Honestly, I paid on the first, and I've never paid. So, shit, it doesn't matter to me. It's just what I feel in the moment. And if somebody somebody like, I don't got it right now, but I want to do something with you, like, never got a problem covering it.
Wait, so you saying if he like, damn, my card ain't going through?
Yeah, like if something happened, like, I would cover it. Like, it's not gonna bother me.
No, this is like you dating.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you going on multiple dates with somebody, correct?
Yeah.
Not in a relationship, but you're going on dates with somebody that you're not in a relationship with, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm saying I've paid for the first and I paid for none.
What's your recommendation?
I think it depends on the type of woman you are. Like, if that really holds weight onto the type of man that you're looking for. Like, if you're looking for somebody that, just gives you a bunch of money whenever you want, then you're never going to pay. And you're not going to offer to pay. And you're not going to keep seeing somebody that may be like, hey, you want to pay. But if you're really looking to be with somebody I don't think paying would be an issue.
I guess we just won't get an answer today. Isha.
It's you.
I'm gonna say the third date. I'll do the third date. But the person I'm talking to now, I haven't paid for any date, but doesn't mean that I don't spend my money either. Like I'll bring him lunch, you know. But the third date I would pay for it.
But if you were given the game, what would you say? You say you got a young girl. She like, man, I really like this guy. Yada yada yada. When should she invite him out, take him out, pay for that date?
If he paid for the first day and she really likes him and she wants to see him again, I would tell her invite him out and you paid for the dinner.
What date was that?
She could do it on the second. I'm gonna wait to the third.
Okay. Go ahead, Nate. You had your hand up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on who asks you out. Like if he asks you out, then he should automatically pay. If you have game and you asked him out, then you should be paying. I've actually, to Mary's point, I paid on the first date. Hell, I paid for almost all of them. So I was like, I can't do this no more. But I paid on the first date. I paid on the second, the third. So it kind of varies. I personally, if he paid the first date, then okay, I can pay the second. I don't have a problem with that either. But I think it's personally, for me, it's whoever asks. If you asked him out, then you should be paying. Why you ask them out? Unless you plan on paying.
Boy. Man, I don't know how I do this on Tuesday. Oh God! I mean, it's just not an answer. Like
Don't
I just
do us like that, Ham.
It is an answer.
Dana, go ahead. Let me.
Number one, I think it's crazy that y'all are paying on the first date. I've never heard of that before. But to answer the question, I probably wouldn't. I'm gonna offer probably by like date 3, but I don't really want to pay, and I'm still going to expect you to. And the guys that I have dated, usually they're a little bit older than I am. They think it's weird that I even ask that, but it's just so common, especially in this area where we live, that everybody is it's just very bizarre. But when I feel like when you're dealing with grown men, they think it's weird that you even ask or that you would even offer, and they'll tell you like, you don't ever have to pay for shit when you with me.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna offer on 3.
Sis, if you paying for the date you pay for, is that also likely the night he gets some cheeks?
I don't pay for dates. I've not done that ever.
Jesus. Ro, you ever pay for a date? Let me ask the qualifying question first. Huh?
Yes.
That day you pay, is it likely he probably getting some cheeks?
No.
Okay, so when you pay, it's not you don't necessarily like him, you're just being courteous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I want to go somewhere and I ask them out, and so I'm like, nay, if I asked and I feel like I need to pay because I asked, but like Dana, certain men, they look at me strange, so then I just let it go. If they feel like, no, you're not paying for it, then I'll just be like, okay, and I'll pay the tip or do something else.
Love, dates 1 through 10. What date? Because y'all got so much game. What date is he getting cheeks?
Well, first of all, again, I don't know why you keep on doing this, asking this little stupid question. You know, I have had 2 partners.
Nay.
Yes, you ain't right. What happened?
Don't do my girl like that.
Date 1 through 10. When is he getting some cheeks?
Listen, I've done it on the first. I'm not gonna lie. But it depends. It depends. Wow. If you feel, I have. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm feeling you, hey,
Put him in.
It might happen. Not all the time, but it might. It depends. I gotta be feeling you. It can't be like I just met you. No, but this happened. Not like you just asked me, I met you on Monday and you asked me out to go on Saturday and on Saturday. No. If I've known you for a while, vetted you vetted me. Yeah, by the time we go out, I might do on the first date. I might. I don't have a preference. It's just.
So you never had a one night stand before?
All right, so I'm gonna be honest. Hell yeah.
Not the cap.
Yeah, I did.
Come on, like, why y'all doing this to me? What did I do? I'm sick. Like, come on, man.
But that's not a preference, but I have.
Tay, should women have game?
No, I mean, for what? I feel like the men should have the game. I like the pursuing and the whole, being chased. I think that's how it should be, even though that's not how it is per se. But yeah, I don't think we need it.
So does anybody think women should have game?
Yes. If you like a dude, you just gonna let him sit there. You're not gonna ask him. You're not going nothing. You're just gonna let him sit there.
But I thought he was saying game is bagging a guy and keeping him, right? So that's what I was thinking.
Part of it is approaching him, initially approaching him.
I don't think we should have to. I think it's our job to show up.
For me.
I think it's our job to show up and look good. And
men like to be flirted with. I think women should have game, and at the very least to recognize it. Because I went out with my dude, and some little heifer bump up on him, look him up and down. She's about to get chopped in her neck. Like, you need to recognize, no, ho. You move to the side.
Well, what did he do?
They were saying that's not game. Like, I'm taking it as like him, you actually going the full extent of like bagging somebody.
If she bumped up and rubbed her goodies against him, that's
flirting.
That ain't bagging him though, because you got him. He going on with you.
But she was still running game though.
She was running game because she was running game because she knew Aisha was there.
Well, no, I was kind of standing to the back because he was buying my drink.
Oh,
it's your fault.
Yeah.
But she probably saw you. She probably peeped y'all walking together. She saw it at some point, and she was trying to see if I can bag him from you.
But that's why women need to have game so they can peep it.
I think it's just our job to show up and look good, know how to flirt a little bit, and just have decent conversation. Like I feel like we pay so much more and put so much more into how we look.
I think we need to stroke our man ego now and then. Here, babe. Go get your haircut because you look good. When you
of course, I agree with that. Like big him up, flirt with him, make him feel desired. Yes, I don't consider that game though. I think that's just being his girl or his woman. I don't consider that.
Yeah, that's just part of it.
It's game if I know. Okay, let me play with him for a little bit because I got some needs that need to be met too.
So should women approach men then?
I'm not.
I think we visually do. I think we visually approach men. I feel like it's more for us.
Mary, we're not asking. You know what I'm asking?
So basically going up to them. No, we shouldn't have to go up to a man and approach him.
Hold on. Let Mary finish now that she understands the question.
So you're saying, should we just be going up to them and just talking to them?
You serious right now?
Yeah, yes, I'm asking. You're talking about us going up to them and talking to them?
Yes.
No, I don't think we should have to. A lot of times it don't happen like that. If you give the nigga the right eye contact, he's gonna come to you anyway.
So you guys shouldn't be walking up and engaging?
If you look good, sometimes you can engage, but it all depends too on. I feel like it depends on the woman's confidence and how she feels she looks at the time. Because it's like you can look at somebody, y'all make eye contact, you be like, okay, he ain't really. Let me not approach him. You go to somebody else, and it's like, all right, like. He give you a little side and you be like, all right, I could go walk over to him.
So, but you don't think women should approach?
I don't think it's necessary because niggas is gonna go after what they really want.
Anybody think women should approach?
I think we should. I think like one of the comments, I agree. Some men don't approach women because they're so used to they're used to women gawking at them or staring at them or doing whatever. So if you're interested and you got a man that you're interested in and he got 10 women buying him drinks, and they're not staying with him, you better go walk over there and talk to him, because you might miss your opportunity to talk to him. You can buy him a drink and go talk to him. You don't have to just sit there and buy him a drink all scared looking in the corner. That doesn't even make any sense.
But sometimes those are the girls that the niggas are attracted to, the ones that are not all over.
They're not all over. Yep, I was just gonna say.
I'm saying you don't have to throw yourself at him. What I'm saying is, if we're out in a club and I see a man I'm interested in, and he sees me, and every woman from where is throwing him drinks or whatever, why would I not take the opportunity to go have a conversation with him? If I'm interested in him, that doesn't even make any sense.
Why wouldn't he ignore the other 10 that's buying him drinks or whatever?
Because the other 10 are buying drinks. He don't even know where they're coming from.
But your point was, he sees you and y'all make eye contact and he sees you and he's interested. Why can't he approach you?
He could, but I decided that I wanted to approach him. What is the problem with that?
No, that's all on you. No, approach him all you want. I'm just saying I am not approaching a man. I want to be pursued. I want him to approach me and show he's initially interested, because I don't want to set that precedence for him to think I'm going to be the initiator. I already said it already. I'm not going to repeat myself because I don't want to get my hand slapped, but I want to be pursued.
And I don't think it goes well when you start to approach them. Like, it might go well in the beginning because they're like, oh, okay, so you probably easy. I can come at you any kind of way. And then after that, for it to last, not always. Maybe in Mary's case it lasted, but not in everybody's case. it lasts like that. Because they're looking at you like you're coming at me. Like, nah, I don't like that.
I'm not approaching nobody with a lot of women around them. If you got a lot of women around you, like I'm not approaching you.
Have you ever got bagged?
Like what? Like sex?
No. What we talking about? What you asking us about?
Like on some Huggy Bear shit?
Yeah.
Game. You got games.
Nah. I don't think so.
And how would you feel if a woman came up to you and ran game on you?
I mean, I gave up some cheeks before.
Shit like that.
That's honest. That's honest.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
But did you take her serious?
Did I take her personal? Nah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because guys don't really like that.
What, you think because she came up to me?
I don't think that men like that women approach them like that. Like it's giving like you too needy and clingy. They rather approach you. They want to know what you might be feeling them, but I don't think that men like when a woman.
I think men like, we don't mind it. Like, it's not something that we like shun or like automatically put her in a box.
But it's like, even if you weren't attracted to her, you was like, okay, I'll entertain it because I'll fuck her. Yeah,
she could. Yeah, if she come up, and because it's still tied to what we want. So if she come up looking like a Bearilla, but she got a fatty or something, and she bought me a drink, I might smash. But that's all it's gonna be because she don't fit the criteria. But her approaching doesn't negate it being. It can go, be more substantial.
Kim, do you believe that women will smut out men, like buy y'all drinks and or buy you your dinner or whatever and take you out to smut you out, like, do all the things, the nasty dirty things, like make you suck toes and butts and underarms and all that, because
you get penetrated, so you don't do no fucking, you get fucked. So
we gotta have this conversation before. Some men don't mind a finger touching their G spot in their prostate to make the orgasm even stronger. That is nothing wrong with that, but some men like that. I consider that potential penetration with the tongue or finger. Different topic for a different day.
How do you know?
One of them two men she was with?
Well, no, I know because I'm a sexual health and wellness coach, and it's called the peace.
You're right, Mary. One of my two men, it was my husband, not my baby dad, because I was too young.
But it's not called a G spot. It's called a peace spot, though.
Yeah, it was the gay guy she went out with. Remember?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, but I don't think it would negate. Men like it. We appreciate it, actually. I think we're probably more appreciative because it doesn't happen as often.
But it works more in your favor, because if she's approaching you like, oh, I went on some Huggy Bear shit, and you're like, oh, she's approaching me, I can fuck her. So it works in your favor and not hers.
Yeah, but every girl, yeah, but every I told you they still are at that poll, but every every woman we approach or approaches us, we have the same thought. So that thought ain't changing. We just think, oh, because she liked me first, it's gonna be easier.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is because we already broke the ice, but the agenda, because of how we've been taught, is to have sex. You know, and we're trying to get to that point. And then if it matures past that, so be it.
And she gotta have game enough to make you wait for it. And you still gonna chase her.
What you mean?
Meaning she gonna hold out for a minute and you gonna keep trying to pursue her. You might still do your thing, but you're gonna keep trying to pursue her and do a little things for her because she got game enough. Because she knows you want it and she knows she probably want to give it to you. But she's like, I'm gonna make him wait 30 days. All right, I'm gonna make him wait 90 days. She's gonna do it. That's her game. Because she's gaming you at that point. Because she's getting something out of you.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Because here's what happened.
She knows you weak in the knees for the cootie cat.
Well, like you said, Nate, you dispelled your own assumptions because you said he probably doing his thing on the side. And if he only wanted you for vagina, that ain't gonna change after day 30. And so after he get it, and I want it, newsflash, all vaginas ain't the same. Okay.
That's true.
Some of y'all sitting on a garbage can and don't even know it. So let me just put that out there. So then after he get it on day 32, he in the wind anyway. So all that game you think you're doing is not necessarily the case because men control access to the relationship part.
And I think that's why a lot of women don't approach men, because even when women approaching men initially, it's like, okay, you're thinking about, okay, does he find me attractive? You know, a lot of men just go with shit just to get the pussy. So you may still accept whatever game I'm spitting to you or whatever approach I'm spitting to you just to figure out what I'm trying to get at, and you just following the lead there and you not really fuck with me for real. So I think that's where a lot of women are kind of like, let me not approach them first, because some men that approach you first, they may be actually interested in you, or you may already get like, all right, they're actually attracted to me. But then if you approach them first, it's like later down the line, nigga calling you ugly and a fat bitch and shit or whatever for whatever reason, and it's like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? So
it's never like, damn, it's, well, you still ate my ass. That's
exactly. I still sat on your plate. Who cares? I smutted you out. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Niggas don't care about that. Mike Brown with the $2 super chat. Niggas still getting boxed while she holding out.
Yeah, I said that, Mike.
Nate literally said that. Yo.
I think Mike Brown actually made another good point earlier in the conversation in the chat. Women generally don't take rejection as well when we're approaching. I don't. That's why I don't do it no more because it never works out and it hurts my feelings. And I'm very self-conscious about what did I say? Was I making a weird face? Was there something hanging from my nose? I'm just not good at this. This isn't my lane. This isn't where I need to be. I commend you all for having to constantly approach us because I don't like that shit.
Yeah, it's
Well,
okay.
I don't think women approach men that they like usually women approach men that they know have flirted with them or have some sort of interest of some sort. It's not just a blanket, oh, he's fine, let me walk up to him. I don't think
some of us can't read the room, sis. Some of us don't read the room very well.
So, well, let me see. So, women are doing pretty well in the world, right? By themselves, you think? In terms of like what we deem success in the workforce, you know, being able to protect themselves. Somebody foolishly said they would prefer a woman cop to come to their house if they had a man in there whooping their ass. So, you know, I just wonder if modern women are such go-getters, why can't they go get their man then? Because I heard y'all all say this. So why y'all so goddamn scary, and why you don't feel like you can go pursue a man?
So that's why I asked the question: why don't y'all approach them?
Yeah. Oh, bro, you've been on their ass. They've been ducking you, but you've been on their ass, bro.
So I mean, I do approach men, and I'm not saying I approach them and say, "Give me your hand, we're gonna date." I don't do that. But yeah, if we're making eye contact in the room, then yeah, I'm gonna go over there. If he's looking at me and I'm looking at him, sure, I'll go over there and spark a conversation. And if he don't show interest, then okay, good night. We'll have a good night. What is the problem with that?
Yeah, I think you know what, Ro. I think you made a great point. So I think this is I'm just kind of beating that point down. So let me go with this one. Hold on, let me find it. How will women handle the rejection? But I think I kind of want to ask, can women even handle the rejection if they had to approach men? I don't think so.
Well, if they were confident enough to go
I have handled the rejection.
All right, hold on a second. Let me go around the room. Miss Nay, you can handle the rejection?
I think I handled it when I approached someone. I did. I handled it pretty well because I got rejected in the end, but it was like, okay, well, whatever. I had somebody in the bag anyway, but maybe that could be why. But
Bruh.
but I'm not somebody that really approaches men, but I have done it before and it went well in the beginning and then I end up getting played. It is what it is. But I don't think like all women, some women can't necessarily handle it. But if you're confident enough to go up to that man and ask him, then you should be confident enough to handle rejection. It's gonna happen.
Dana, women handle the rejection?
No. No.
Yeah.
I already had my answer before Nate just made that last point, but if you are confident enough to go up to the man and approach him, then you should be confident enough to take the rejection. I don't think most women are confident enough to go and make that initial contact. We rely, like Mary was saying earlier, just rely on being in the room and being pretty and making goo-goo eyes or whatever, and letting somebody know that you're interested so they can come and approach you. But I don't think most women go out and approach men, so because we don't want the rejection.
Yeah. Sis, can women handle the rejection?
I think women do all day, every day.
How?
I mean, there's the initial contact where, you may be exchanging texts and then all of a sudden get ghosted and then niggas step out on you, cheat on you. I mean, it just comes in a lot of different forms. I think women go through it all the time.
Gee, okay. I mean, yeah, you're probably right. What are we talking about when you're approaching people? Could women handle that rejection?
They wouldn't have a choice, honestly. So, I mean, if the woman gets rejected, I don't know what. I mean, everybody's different.
Tay, can women handle the rejection, you think? So let me paint this picture for y'all. All right. So when you go out, right, you have to approach people, complete strangers, in a room. They got people with you. There's music. There's other men. And we talking about doing this on a weekly basis. Right? So people start to get beat down when you keep continuing to have to approach. You guys haven't done that in practice. But that's what we're talking about. So can women really handle that? And it's rejection right then and there. It ain't no ghosted on a text message. That ain't the same thing. If you're getting cheating on, that probably means you're in a relationship. So you didn't get rejected initially. We talking about you just get in the club. You try to get that first dance. She don't want to dance. You try to talk to one girl. She act like she got a fake boyfriend. Then you get a fake number. And then you got to go back out and do it again. This is the rejection we talking about. Not this baby back bullshit sis was talking about.
No, I know I'm too emotional for that. I don't like rejection, period. So I definitely don't want to be rejected by no man. And I think because we're so used to like men wanting us and men doing the initiation, that if the shoe was on the other foot, like no, I know personally I would not be able to take that. It'll kind of hurt my feelings. But I'm sensitive, so.
Go ahead, love. You wanted to get in earlier.
So my answer changed because you qualified your statement. Initially I was going to say somewhat what sis was saying, like you have no choice. If you approach him, you have no choice but to accept the rejection. But I was going to say too, we handle rejection all the time because we get ghosted. Guys break up with us. I mean, that's rejection. But now you're saying rejection. How you're defining it is, we go out there every time we go out to a club or to a lounge, and the guy's telling us no. How will we handle it? We would stop doing it. Like, who? I think everybody should stop doing it. Like, that's crazy. Like, be more discerning and more judicious in who you're approaching. If you're constantly being rejected every day, approaching a woman or whatever, like, maybe you need to change up something. So I think you should stop. It's just weird that you qualified it that way, Ham. I think it would. Well, I don't know.
It's not weird. It's the truth.
But
Also,
y'all aren't
just
getting rejected like men aren't getting rejected like that. I think you were talking to hyperbole when you made
men
that.
aren't.
No,
I think they are loving. I say that because it's a numbers game for them.
But right, it's a numbers game for them. So that they approach 10 women, 5 out of that 10 is going to give them the number.
No. 2.
In a club?
2 or 3.
In the DMV area?
Yes. Mr. Gary Grant with the $22. Let me see this. $22 super chat.
Shit like that.
Hey, Mr. Grant, we got the good diapers this time too, because you sent that bread last time, so I appreciate it, bro. For my young brother DJ Ham, keep up the good work. Peace. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's 20-30%. I mean, if you just take it to the business world, if you do sales, what's a good salesperson is closing a 40% clip, honestly.
But put it
when you
in
just
your
cold calling soliciting.
Right. Now I hear what you're saying, but don't forget your geography, geographical location makes a difference in your sales. If you are in a place that experiences a lot of drought and you're selling bottles of water, you're going to have higher rate of sales completions with those bottles of water because you're going into a place with a higher drought rate, right?
But you're talking about DC, right?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Talking about DC, right?
Yes. So I'm equating that. I'm just juxtaposing that with the DMV area. In this area, straight Black men are a high commodity, especially ones with jobs. And so I'm saying to you, if you're going out in a club, you and your boys, y'all have jobs, you are straight, and you are approaching Black women, even the white ones, but you're approaching Black women in the clubs and lounges in this area, your rate of success is much higher than if you were to go to, I don't know, maybe Philadelphia, right? Because the DMV area has a higher rate of, I don't want to go here, but you know what I'm saying.
Have you seen, just take a look when you get a chance, look at complaints of the women in Atlanta because they aren't getting approached. The men aren't shooting. And now here's one thing I want to take exception with a little bit. As you said, men need to start approaching and courting again, but they don't. But then you said if they get rejected, they should stop. But if we stop, you won't be getting courted like you want.
It was a totally different totally different topic and question. So you're going to bring up the part about me wanting to be pursued. Yes, I want to be pursued. I don't want to have to approach a man and sit there and say, let's go out on a date. I want to be pursued. I want him to court me. Absolutely, because that was part of the question. Mm-hmm. Also, the totally different question was, if you're constantly being rejected in the club or wherever you're approaching women, maybe it's the way you're approaching them that's causing your batting average to be so low. And maybe you need to reconsider how you're approaching women. So those are two different questions in two different atmospheres because we're talking about two different things. But yes, I stand with both statements though.
What's good? What's a good batting average?
I think I don't play baseball, but 50%, 60%.
Hell no. That's the best ever. That hit 50% 60%. A good batting average is 300. Okay. 30%. Like we were saying. So if you hit 3 out of 10, you're doing a good job.
Again, I think in this area, I'm going to stand 10 toes down. Men in this area approaching women, you're going to get 5 out of those 10 numbers. You're going to. That's why I'm telling you in this area. And you brought up Atlanta. Good point. If you and your boys would go to Atlanta and approach as straight Black men with jobs approaching women in Atlanta, you would be the hottest commodity in town. because like you said, they don't get approached down there because there are a lot of bisexual or gay men there. And again, I didn't even want to go there, but that's why it is what it is.
Yeah, you just don't know. But you never had to do it, so you assume that the success rate is higher than what it is, because it is a difficult task.
When you got men with multiple women at one time, I mean, how do you account for that? And this is a genuine question. Then, if you have
what did Dana say earlier?
I don't know. She said a lot. What'd you say, Dana?
Volume.
Yeah, it's a numbers game.
Yeah, so you done shot at 40 women. So you think he a player because he got 4? He been shooting all night. So you know how he shot at you and you gave him a cold shoulder, right? He turned around and shot at the next girl. If he already accustomed to rejection, but it don't make it any easier. But men are dealing with rejection earlier on, I think, than women are.
Right.
So we kind of develop a what is it?
Hard exterior.
You know, right? We have a callus a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Well, it costs to be the boss, right? Ain't that what they say? So the men, y'all are the bosses. Like y'all lead society. You have the final say. I mean, it costs, right? And you gotta pay to play. I mean, that's just the cost, right? It is what it is. Like if you don't like it, then give up your manhood. Not literally, but give up your manhood. Then that's the cost of being a man. Sorry. And I'm not being callous. I'm being real.
Okay, so you agree that women can't handle the rejection?
I agreed. I thought I agreed a long time ago.
What are you saying?
Not the way you described it. With the way you described it, no. So we can't. No.
Did women start approaching men? Is that what you're getting at? Are you tired of rejection? Are men tired of getting rejected? What are we getting at?
Well, we talking about women. Can women handle the rejection?
We don't typically approach men, though. It's not all common for women to approach men. So,
but if you guys did, would you guys be able to handle it? I guess the answer is no.
I can.
How do you answer an if?
If you really want me to start, I can start. But I'm gonna try to tell y'all not gonna be able to keep up because I've been being nice because y'all been fucking these questions up.
Don't you think women are kind of strong?
Hold on, Nay. Fuck all that. Isha, talk to sis in the back chat. If I turn it up, it's not gonna go how I think it's gonna go.
This is Tuesday, Hamp, not Wednesday. Cut it out.
I'm giving the now number strike 2. All right.
I'm just saying, could we handle rejection?
They like your hair, Isha. They like your hair, Isha. What'd you say, sis?
I'm just saying, could we? Probably not.
Okay.
I think we all agree with that. Not as well as men.
Yeah.
See,
let me just read this real quick. Let me read this real quick. Zan with the $5 super chat. Even when you get the number on Saturday, you're gonna delete it by Tuesday.
Shit like that.
Niggas is outside. They don't even be saved. And then if your number gets saved, you know what it gets saved as, right? Which I think it gets saved as.
Whatever
they met. That nigga in the club. That nigga in the club. I don't know.
No, wherever they met you at. So that's your last name. Whatever club it was, that's your last name. Niggas be like Susan, Dark Alley outside it. Like go ahead, Ish, and then Nay.
I don't even think that men can handle rejection like that either, because if you reject a man, they go right from, oh, nobody wanted your little skinny ass anyway. Or there's men who killed women who rejected them. I don't think that a woman will go as far as a man would. So I think rejection is rejection.
Yeah, it sucks every time. Even though we kind of used to it, sucks.
I feel like women don't handle rejection well because it doesn't happen often up front. I don't think men reject women up front enough. I feel like they rather, kind of butter it up, because a lot of them do have some kind of, heart, like, all right, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then later on, maybe not say nothing to you, or maybe reject you, or maybe they just want to be like, all right, this is, 10 women I hollered at, I only got one number, so let me take this number so I can fuck later. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think men reject us enough as they should.
That's a solid point. Miss Nay, final on this. I got one more question. Hey, I just dropped the link in the chat. If y'all want to jump on, ask the ladies a question, comments, even if you got smoke. Now, I warn you, if you watch the last 2 episodes, you will probably get jumped up here if you come up here talking that shit. So I just want it's fun. It is what it is. Go ahead, Nay.
I was gonna say, I think that women are strong enough to handle rejection because we get rejected so many times anyway. I think we can handle it. We are strong. We are superwoman, like we were saying last week. So yes, we can handle it.
What in the world is she talking about?
I think that we can handle it. We can definitely handle being rejected.
Love, this ain't strike 3.
No,
Boy.
we can handle it. Yes, we can.
No.
I'm
Yes,
trying
we
to
can.
hold back, man.
But to Isha's point, like, men are gonna go batshit crazy if we reject them, but women don't do that. We're just like, all right, well, fine, we'll keep it pushing. I personally think that a woman will keep it pushing, but men don't keep it pushing. They get mad and we all types of names and bitches and everything else. Women are gonna be like, well, F you. We're not gonna do all of that. We'll keep it pushing, but all right.
Yeah, I mean, men shoot so many shots. Like, it ain't that many FUs going on as many shots being taken. That's a fact. But we do be thinking that, like, it just be at the end of the night, right before the lights come on, you see a little ugly scutterbug, you trying to get some cheeks, and then she say no, you be like, nigga, you ugly anyway. Like, I ain't even mean it.
But you want to hit, nigga. See, we can come back, but you want to hit.
Oh, you ain't never, you like a leapfrog, man. Damn, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Hey, look, the link is dropped if you want to come up. We got 28 minutes, but I want to ask this question, but feel free to hit the link, ladies, fellas, all that. Questions, comments, and smoke. All right. Now, we've talked about as women age, we had that conversation about what they should or should not be doing. You heard what Chaotic had to say. You need to be tricking, buying drinks, and all that after you get a certain age. Shout out to Chaotic Live. Subscribe to his channel for sure. So, does your age play a factor in if you should be willing to shoot your shot or not? So, if you're getting up there,
no, because there's old men out here.
Can I finish the lead in of the question? Huh? Thanks. Damn, man. I forgot. Jesus Christ. Does your age play a factor in if you should be willing to shoot your shot or not? Obviously, you guys hear it. Men value beauty a lot. Many men value fertility. Men value youth. So if you are looking to be chosen and you're getting a little bit up there, does this factor into your modus operandi about how you go about dating? Should you be considering shoot your shot or not, depending on your age? Go ahead, sis.
From experience, there's a lot of older men out here who happen to be single for some reason, whether divorced or just never been married. And I think there are options out there for even women that are a little older. They may not be young, but they're older.
So I'm gonna say, when you get older, you're a little bit more seasoned, so your game get better, and you have a better chance and opportunity to be able to bag somebody. So yes, you can shoot your shot, and then you can accept the rejection if you are rejected a little bit better, because you like, I've been there, done that.
Man, what if I told you that men think women age more so like milk and not like wine, though?
Listen, I age like fine wine. You see me? I'm 40. I don't look 40. Thank you.
That's not what we're talking about. We're
age
talking
like
about in
fine
terms
wine.
of what we value.
I'm sorry.
In terms of what we see, stay on par, right? In terms of what we value.
Mm-hmm.
What if I told you that the things we value as you go up in age decline with women?
Like?
Looks, fertility, youth.
All that.
All that what? Sorry.
Well, I'm speaking for myself. Me, myself personally, I think I'm still aging like fine wine. That's just me.
What if I told you that men believe that women age more like milk than wine, like you guys love to think?
But not to an older man.
Yeah.
If he's always 10 to 20 years older.
First of all, black women age like fine wine. I'm just
Let me
saying
let me get Mr. Kev, because I'm about to lose it up here, boy.
black women age good.
Shout out to let me introduce the guest, goddamn it. Keep drinking that goddamn barefoot you drinking. Mr. Kevin C to the How you doing?
Hey, hello, Risky. How you doing? Can you hear me loud and clear, sir?
Yeah, we can hear you well. You got a question, comment, or smoke? Because they killing me, Mr. Kev.
I'm listening to this too, man. And look, I like you ladies, but doggone, just say that you have a hard time with getting rejection as you get older. Because here's what happens here. See, you guys actually mentioned it. Men, we've been getting rejection since we were 15, 16 years old. All right. Shout out to Denise, Sophia, and and all the young ladies who rejected me because I had to get better, right, as a man. That you guys actually forced us to improve in order for us to get your attention. In order to get your attention, we have to improve ourselves. So we learned that lesson very early. And this is kind of something I was telling my wife, that biology is kind of cruel to women initially because you guys get so much attention and an interest right up front, and then you don't really have to develop it the way men do. So as you get older, then if you're not already like locked in, linked in, have your husband and all this other stuff where you're not really looking for attention anyway. Shout out to Aisha Curry. I think Steph Curry kind of corrected that when she was talking about she needed attention. I don't think she really meant she needed attention, but she was just kind of trying to figure out why she wasn't getting it. Well, she's married. Everybody knows that. But my whole thing is that, essentially, it gets, it seems like it gets harder because women get it so much interest right up front that when it gets, as you age, then it just gets harder for you. And then you guys were just struggling to get that out and say, yeah, we have trouble, accepting rejection as we get older. Because that's really what's happening, right? To some extent, yes?
No, I feel like as we get older, I feel like women have trouble now. I'm in my 30s. So it's harder now. I feel like if I'm older, say I'm in my 50s, and I'm shooting my shot at somebody, I probably done had plenty of relationships, probably a couple marriages. I got kids already. Like, I'm not really looking for anything specific. So me taking rejection from somebody is like, whatever. Because maybe I'm at that point in my life where it's like I'm not really pressed for a relationship or marriage like I would have been earlier on. So taking that rejection from somebody, I'm like, all right, like whatever.
So Mr. Kevin, how old are you?
I'm 50s, mid 50s.
Okay, so you definitely not, you got married at a younger age, right?
Yeah. Got married at a younger age. Unfortunately, divorced, but remarried. But when I was, so I got married early, right? Uh-huh. And I didn't do a whole lot of dating and all the other stuff. I just basically the first woman who said, yes, I'll go on a date with you. Yes, I'll, have a relationship with you. Yes, I'll marry you. Yes, I'll have your kids, all that other stuff. That was it for me. Unfortunately, that didn't work out the way I'd like for it to go. All of that, that being said, I, was, mid 30s, going into 40s. And then I got, met, my now wife. But in between, there was women that I dated. Right. That being said, there was no real. It was actually easier as men gets older. As we get older as men, it seems easier for us because we get all that rejection and stuff up front, and we understand what we have to do in order to get women's interest and attention.
And your new wife is younger than you. Your new wife is younger than you.
Yeah, well, my second wife is. Yeah.
She's how much younger than you?
About 12 years younger.
Did she come with children, or you had children with her?
Both of us had kids.
Oh, but you haven't had any new children with her, right?
No, because we thought about it, but then we kind of went into it. But yeah.
I asked that question because if we're going by what Hamp was saying that most men like, of course y'all like younger women to bear children, right? To make sure that they're fertile, make sure that they're pretty, make sure that they can, still play the part of being the pretty wife. And sustainable wife, because ultimately that's what it is. That's why I asked those questions. You guys did not have any more children because she already had children. So the fertility situation, that was pretty much out. So
no. She was young enough to actually produce more kids. I
didn't say she wasn't. I didn't say that. I said she had already had children. So you all made a decision that you weren't going to have any more kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what attracted you to your wife, and what was her value to you?
Oh yeah, well, she's a lovely lady. Very friendly. She's obviously she's very attractive, right? So that's the first thing. But great personality, very friendly, lovely lady, very intelligent. Very responsible in everything that she does. So really, I wasn't even looking for another wife. I'm like, look, I already got the kids. I already did the whole thing and all this other stuff. And once we get all of that and we get divorced, there's really no real reason to remarry. But if you meet a nice woman and she's doing all the right things and she meets all your requirements, and basically I only had 5. Basically she had to be attractive, intelligent, responsible, compatible, very compatible with me, whatever that is and however that means to me. And then, great personality. And she met all those requirements. She was literally 5 out of 5. She gave me lots of reasons not to break up and just kind of move on to the next woman. I'm like, well, I'm stopping right here. Oh, by the way, guys, once you get that, just stop where you are, because you're not gonna. Once you get 5 out of 5, you're not gonna get any better than that. And I was willing to accept 3 out of 5, and I thought 4 out of 5 was doing good. She hits all 5 points, all 5 of my points, so I'm good. Like I'm not moving.
Question. Ro, were you trying to negate the point about fertility?
Well, no, I was trying to negate the point that every man is going to have a standard, right?
Were you trying to negate the point about fertility?
I was trying to negate the fact of each man has a standard.
Well, because I noticed you said that they didn't have kids, so you pinpointed that specifically.
I asked
now, question.
I was going to go down the list.
Question, because I want you guys to finish your conversation, but let me just blow this shit to smithereens. Mr. Kevin said what though? He had the option. He had the option because of what? She was still young enough to have kids. You understand?
Right. I was gonna go down the list.
Put him in the fucking bed. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
All right, my bad, Mr. Kev. Go ahead. Finish kicking her ass. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, the only thing, and so just with the kids thing, and I'll just say this, if we'd have got married earlier, then we probably would have produced some children. But since we, got married a little bit later, then, we talked about it. She was still young enough to produce, and we just kind of got away from it and said, we're good. So that was the one thing, because I actually thought she might want kids more than I did, but we just kind of worked that out.
Mr.
So
Kevin,
it was never
may
a sticking point.
Question?
Yeah.
Ask a question. What's producing age for you? What do you believe is producing?
So I would
age
say somewhere between 28 to 30. It's 28 to 32 is optimal.
Well,
obviously from 18, obviously from 18 and well, no, obviously from 18 to up to that age. But I would say like secondary zone is 28 to 32, and after that, dudes are kind of get hesitant about it, and that's literally around the time when we got married. So we were like right on the edge of that.
She's in geriatric age. It's called geriatric pregnancy.
Isn't it 35 though? I
No,
mean, you guys know better than me. You guys are women.
It's 35.
It's 35.
But even if you're at high risk, depending on what you have, you can be at high risk pregnancy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Which is some of the stuff we talked about. And then, by the way, it's not. They're getting away from geriatric. They're calling it advanced maternal age. By the way.
Okay.
That's what doctors are saying. They're calling it AMA. They're getting away from geriatric because women don't like that term.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mr. Kev, we still use the terms that make sense. So geriatric, we still use it up here. You good?
And then once you start getting like 40, then it starts to get a little iffy and dangerous and all the other stuff. And understand this is a problem for men too as we get older. But hey, Robert De Niro just knocked one out. This dude's 72, right?
And his kids probably look like, and his kids look like Benjamin Button too, because when you have kids by a 70-plus-year-old man, they're gonna come out looking old too. Like,
old, I mean, I wouldn't try to do that. But I'm just saying,
she's in it for the money. She's in it for the money.
Yeah, just so you guys know, the general age range is from the government actually tracks people who produce or reproduce children from ages 15 because 15 obviously is too young, but still they track them from 15 to 49. That's what the age is now. It used to be 15 to 44. But, based on some of the, documents that have come out in studies, now you have more men reproducing children at older ages. So that's what's happening now. Same thing with the women.
Hey, Kevin, can I ask you a question? Was your current wife considered obese?
No, absolutely not. Oh, no, absolutely not. No, I wouldn't be looking at
was her?
Was your first wife?
No. I'm asking for
I
different
said
reasons.
attractive.
We heard you. What was her height and weight and what was her height and weight when you married her? And what is it
You
now?
know, I don't really do the height weight thing. I just look. If it looks good to me, then she's got. I have a range, right? If she's in the range, then I'm good, right?
What's
That's
your
kind of how I
range?
do it.
What's your
So
range?
she needs to be thin to kind of like curvy, but not outside of my specified range. And look, I can't tell you, but I know it when I see it.
Are you thin?
That's kind of how men operate.
Are you thin?
I mean,
were you thin when you
for
first met her?
somebody my age range out. So I'm in what do you call it? I'm in good shape for a guy in my age range for all the wear and tear that I put on my body based on the work that I've done in the military. So yeah, I mean, I was just at the gym. Sorry.
Oh,
you know,
him. So Kev, hold on, Kev.
Yeah.
So him. Kev doesn't have to give any direct answers.
Say again? Well, I'm giving direct answers. What do you mean?
It's Tuesday.
I'm asking him a question.
It can't be Tuesday. That was Tuesday, Cam. Really?
See,
No,
now
I don't have any problem
don't be
with
disingenuous.
unless it's too invasive.
Well,
I'll just say I won't answer that. But I mean, just hit me with your questions.
Because you saying you asking him how large is his wife? That think about that for a second though, because we never said.
I didn't say
give
how
me y'all
large.
height
I said
and
what
weight
was
and all
her
that.
height and weight. We don't know her from a campaign. We wouldn't be able to.
But what I guess what is the point? All right, that's fair. So what are you trying to get at? And then we can get a better
I'm trying
answer.
to get at that Kev might have been open to dating women that are considered obese.
No,
but he said
not been.
He said he wasn't.
No.
He said remember he said she was attractive.
See, here's the thing. There are women who
But
are
you
like.
could be see.
Okay, so I don't want to interrupt you, ma'am. But so there are women who are technically obese, but they have the curves and the stuff all in the right places. Look, man, when we see it, we know what it is, and we're good with that. And if you can hold and maintain that, then you can technically be obese according to the what do they call that? The height, weight, body standards, and body fat, BMI. But you're still good with us. And understand, and I don't want to do this to black men because black men have this negative reputation of being the so-called trash men of the dating game, which we need to get away from that. And people need to stop putting that on us. But we give women more latitude than other races of men do. That's what I do know. All right.
So, Mr.
If you're obese with non-black men, especially a white man, they're like, nope, you're out. But we're going to give you a lot more latitude, so you can be thin to curvy, whatever our standard is for curvy. Like, we'll accept you. You're good, and then you gotta have a.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Any man really? I don't think any man.
Let me get Asia though. She's been trying to get in real quick. Go ahead.
Real quick, Mr. Kevin. You said your second wife, current wife, is 20 years younger than you.
Oh no, not 20. She's like 12 years.
12.
Younger.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I can't go that young. I can't go. Like,
okay.
That's too much of a gap.
Okay.
For me personally.
Okay, so I was just wanting. 12 years, so a little over a decade. Fine. So when you started dating her. Did you purposely go after a younger woman? Because I wanted to know, like, why did you pick a younger woman like that, not someone around your age range? Was she married before too when you got with her?
Yeah. But I mean, just like me, the relationship didn't,
as well.
Yeah, so like me, it didn't work out, so it is what it is.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. But I just wanted the first question and then.
Yeah. So did I intentionally go for somebody younger?
Because...
No. Actually, I was always other than my first wife and I were about the same age, because we got married early 20s. That being said, everybody after that was somewhere within like 4 to 5 years, but younger. Mm-hmm. 4 to 5 years, but younger.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking is because we had a previous podcast. Men were talking about, the youth. I think was one of the requirements and whatnot. Your wife qualified because she was attractive to you, and and beauty is very subjective. She, according to your wife, you didn't go after her to make babies, but she was still able to make babies.
Yeah,
but you guys chose.
I wanted that option. I wanted that option for both of us.
Oh, you wanted that? Okay, so all right, that's fine. I just wanted
because I looked at it like this: if I did get remarried, then I suspected that the woman might be interested in at least one, possibly two more. If you want a couple or 3 children, now you got to absolutely go younger. But you got to, again, that's why I said a 28 to 32, because women can still healthily produce children without too much issues and problems as long as they are healthy women.
Hank in the basement. Let me just read the super chat quick. Hank, what up, Hank? in the basement, $2 super chat. Hamp, I like these ladies' style. It's been a lot of work, Hank, to get them to this level, but I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, I've been watching the. Hey, just so you know, ladies, I've been watching y'all from a distance. Y'all, look, intelligent group of women, really lovely ladies. Sometimes it's hard getting some information out of you, though. That's kind of what I'm looking for. That's why I met Risky over there with DT, and I know he's a little trollish sometimes, but I love the work that he does, and you guys really have some pretty good conversations. And like I said, and then I'll go ahead and answer your question now, Miss Love, Miss Love Risky. Yeah, so I wasn't intentionally specifically looking for somebody younger, but that's just kind of how it worked out. And I'll just say this, she saw me and she gave me choosing signals. And which, by the way, I could have said no, but I'm looking at her, she's looking at me. I saw what I liked, she saw what she liked, and I took it from there. And literally, that's all she really did. She just gave me those choosing signals, and then I took the relationship from there and led the whole thing from start to finish from there. She did she gave me that opening, and that's really all I needed. And here we are today, married. So if women do that, there's nothing wrong with it. And you just have to. She was just real slick about it, and she wasn't really overt. Matter of fact, it was so subtle, I almost missed. My buddy had to knock me on the shoulder and say, "Hey, man, that lady over there is checking you, bro. You need to go ahead and ask her out."
So she was running game.
She got her game got me. Yeah.
Yeah, she was on her road shit. She was shooting.
Yeah.
I like it, man. Shout out to Mrs. C, I guess. For doing the right thing. That's what's up. Barnabas, what up though?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm not a dating expert, obviously, but I just wanted to kind of give a shout out, and it's on topic. Kind of give a shout out to the nerds or the game goofy or squares or whatever the kids call them nowadays. And in regards to you ladies, whether you have game or not, and I'm certainly not going to tell the ladies to, especially the single ladies, to lower their standards. And there has to be attraction there. But a reoccurring theme I've heard is there's a lot of men out there cheating. So it would, I think, perhaps behoove you to learn some game, pick up some of those game goofy men, because at least, they don't know how to talk to women. And you could just lock one down and you don't have to worry about them cheating. I guess that's it.
Because
everyone's shaking their
that
head.
makes no sense. Men cheat.
Play video games at the house. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying is,
I came up here to just kind of give some stuff, and now I'm already going to have to give pushback. Look, I just gave y'all my situation. My wife is five out of 5 requirements. There's no reason for me to be unfaithful to her. Period. I mean, yeah, there's other women that come along.
That's not what we're talking about. No. Let me be very clear. That's not what we're talking about. Because Barnes was saying get the goofy, nerdy men and then they won't cheat. And that's not true. That's fine. You don't. But there are, just because you're considered goofy or a nerd does not prevent a man from cheating.
But those guys are going to do it less if they do it at all.
Clear about that.
But I think he said
at least less.
The guys with no game.
So Mr. I don't
and
know
again, now that's not true either, Ish. There's men with no game that will still cheat.
But Mr. James there, he has a point there. So look, the game goofy guys, if you want to call them that, they're gonna if they're gonna cheat at all, it's gonna be much less. All right. Once those guys once men get locked in on a woman and you guys are all doing the right things, there's really no reason to go outside of the relationship. Why would you go outside of a relationship when you got a nice woman who's attractive, who's intelligent, very responsible, giving you everything that you need as a wife, mother, doing all the right things? What you gonna go outside the relationship for?
Because you don't have sex every single day.
No, man.
We don't need it every single day. We just need it when we need it.
That's not what we was told.
Mr. Kev, they know the stats. It's too many men not getting no ass. He's saying Barnabas is saying get with the niggas not getting no ass. Well, Barnabas didn't say. Barnabas didn't say nigga. I'm just I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, mixed company. Clean it up.
Why we deal with men that's not having sex and sitting in the house playing video games? What are they?
Because maybe you're missing out on something. A lot of these women, they complain, I need a man who will love me and cherish me and this and that. If you get a man who hasn't been laid in a while and you turn him out or whatever you want to call it, you're gonna have what you need. He's gonna be by your side. He's gonna build with you. He's gonna be there for you. He's gonna no, honey, you don't look fat in that dress. You know, go ahead, put a smaller size on. He will love and cherish you. Give the dork a chance. I'm telling
We
you.
want a liar. We want a liar now, right? No.
Look, that's a white lie,
Mr.
okay?
Barnabas here is actually making some sense. I understand what he said everything he just said. I understand what he's talking about.
It's just stepping out the box.
No.
Just step out the box. If you feel like all these niggas is cheating and all they do is cheat and all that, like maybe if you step out the box and experience something different, you may get a better outcome.
I think all this is cap. All of this is bullshit, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I like nerds. I'm attracted to nerds. I'm an '80s baby. We grew up.
No, hold on. No, I'm sorry. I gotta interrupt. I'm so sorry, and I do apologize. I know it's rude, but I mean the true word nerd. Like something happened in the past 10, 15 years where people put glasses on and call themselves nerds, but they're still attractive. That is not a nerd. I'm talking like a real nerd. But I do.
So
apologize.
an ugly nerd.
A dude who's not getting women is what I'm saying. Yes,
ugly dudes on women that they don't want.
The ones that stay in the house for real, don't be outside at all.
Well, listen, even people that are shy, even men that are shy,
that's fine.
There might be something attractive. I'm not saying you have to lower your standards like so low in the looks. And I know you're a woman and you want to be pursued and you need a masculine man, but maybe you could build with this man and like you can build his confidence up and he'll become more masculine as you piece them together.
Okay, so Mr. Barnabas, women don't do that.
Hold on. Let Dana. I feel so bad I overspoke Dana. I'm sorry, Dana. Please.
No, that's okay. The point that I was going to make was that we grew up with nerds. And we made nerds cool, like the kids in the 80s. We grew up with anime. We grew up on the video games. We grew up. Most of my friends are. They play math games for fun, like nerds. But it's not so far-fetched anymore. But along those lines, we don't have to necessarily settle for somebody who isn't a fit for us either. Someone who's not. If we want someone who's outgoing, then that's okay. If we want somebody who is, a little bit more of a homebody, that's fine too. I don't mind that. It doesn't have to be. I don't want the guy who's in the club every week. I do want somebody who wants to stay home and is more concerned with intelligent conversations than getting ass and Migos lyrics and stupid shit like that. But along those lines, we still don't have to settle either for somebody who's not compatible with us or who we're not attracted to just because they might be a nice project for us to work on and help them and boost their confidence. That shit is weird.
Well, I just thought it was on topic. Do women have game? And I thought that it may be helpful to just maybe give a shy guy a second chance, reconsider.
I'd love a shy nerd.
Nothing wrong with shy guys.
Yeah,
right.
Well, then you got to build up. Then I guess
they're also not less likely to cheat, though. To Love's point.
Thank you. That's my point. That's all I was saying. That means
that's not one has nothing to do with the other.
Why do you guys always go to that? Why do you
does
generally go to
he
that?
brought
This
it up.
whole infidelity thing.
Because
I brought it up.
It was brought up. We didn't go there.
If a dude is goofy around chicks and doesn't know how to talk to them, he's just going to have less opportunity to cheat. I mean, come on.
What'd you say? I'm not opposed to that at all.
Okay, so just I don't know, work on your game, I guess. However that looks.
Well, Barnabas, why don't the guys just start picking better? Everybody.
Do y'all see the super chat? Do y'all see it?
Yeah.
Shanae and Fulton with the $10 super chat. Nerds and men that go under the radar get looked at when they get someone. Then the ego boosted. It's a wrap. They love the attention. Room for cheating. This is ridiculous.
Well, there's some truth to that, honestly. You build them up.
John the Baptist with the $10 super chat. Women want high reward. Women want high reward man with high risk and 100% guarantee that he'll be loyal to her. So he's saying you get a man that's valued by a bunch of women, but you want to guarantee that he's gonna absolutely only be with you. I think he's getting to the point that you pursuing these men, that's kind of unrealistic. And what do you guys do with the stat where 30% of men under 30 haven't had sex in a year? I'm so sick of y'all acting like men out here getting all these cheeks, and that's not the case because sis was curving motherfuckers last week. Tay couldn't believe that motherfucker had the audacity to even speak with her. She texted me after, nigga, don't you ever. I said, all right, I know what that text means. I went to school with Isha, high school and college. You should see how she was doing these motherfuckers out there. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, y'all gotta
I
stop
mean,
it. Everybody
but
ain't
him.
getting cheeks.
But don't nobody want to be second fiddle. I ain't saying nothing about him cheating. He can do whatever because he ain't mine. But I'm not second fiddle. No. Like, if you want to come at me and come at me hard. Don't come at me after you come at somebody else. That was my point.
No, that's fair. But I'm just saying, like, Barnabas' point, I don't know if y'all consume the point fully. Stop pursuing that 20% that's having sex with all your friends and go down to the 51% of black men. Sorry, Barnabas, they some of them got jungle fever. So let's say 50% that are single and childless that probably reflect like what Barnabas was painting and give them a chance. But y'all don't want to do that.
Well, invite them on the show him because you don't even know that.
Thank you. Invite them on the show.
Where they at though?
Here's one thing I would say to that. If women don't want them, then leave them alone. Because I don't like that idea either, that we're trying to kind of get men who they generally wouldn't give the chance or interested in an opportunity only because they're already feeling like, well, shoot, I'm already going down and I'm degrading myself to the extent that I'm giving this guy a chance. Well, I would never give a chance in the first place. I say leave those guys alone and leave them for women who actually want them. Because you're not really helping that dude. Matter of fact, you're making it worse for him.
What are you talking about?
Meaning that, so Barnabas, you came with the give those guys a chance, all right, and boost them up a little.
I was trying to stay on topic to respect the show. It was like maybe if they learned game, they could talk to the guys that don't have game, and they could somewhere meet in the middle. But typically, correct me if I'm wrong, men that don't really have so much game, there's the strengths and their weaknesses are perhaps more apparent.
Okay, see, and then if women go for those guys, then they're already in that mindset of I would never give this guy a chance in the first place. Like that doesn't help the men. If those guys don't get anybody,
it helps the men if they get if they get a woman. It helps. What are you talking about?
Here's how it has to go, man. Men got to improve themselves to get the interest and attraction and all the stuff that women want. That's if you're interested in getting a woman. Now, if you ain't doing that, then you get what you get, which is nothing. But if you're interested in that, again, like, I tell my wife these stories and she's like, women reject you. I'm like, yeah, I remember I can almost give you the names: Tammy, Sophia, Denise, shout out to Sonia, who, all of the rejection and everything. But because of that, I learned that I had to actually improve myself. That's why, men getting rejected early forces us to actually have to improve ourselves over the long haul. And then that's something we generally and naturally do over the course of our lifetime, 20s, 30s, 40s. By the time you get to your late 30s, if you haven't been married, by that you should already be straight on your game. It's really not even game. It's just you being you. You showing up with your chest out, you're standing straight, looking straight ahead, walking like you got some a bit of swag to you and just confident about who you are as a man. Like, women see that.
Can I just say something real quick? Barnabas,
Yeah, read the super chat for me.
Go ahead. Okay. Shout out to shout out to Mike Brown. He's out there, Dana. He only makes 70,000. I said the number was like 65, Mike, but that's okay. Barnabas, I understand the point that you're making, and I think that you're making a good one. But you also have to understand, like, there's a difference between being open to those men that are not maybe not as popular or a little bit more nerdy or more shy, reserved, all of that. We're open to those men, but none of us want to pursue any man ever under any circumstance. I don't, except for the most part, women want to be pursued. So just because we're not actively going after those guys doesn't mean that we're not open to dating them either.
No, well, yeah, no, I understand. It's being a woman. That's what you want. I get it. But just the title of the show is "Do Women Have Game?" Maybe times they are changing, and women can do anything a man can do, and men can have babies nowadays. And I don't know, maybe these are the changing times.
Crazy. No, we don't.
We're on the forefront of the new frontier.
Nonsense. Can I read the super chat? Hampton, then address it, please.
Go ahead.
John the Baptist. Thank you, John the Baptist, $10 super chat. Average. I'm assuming he meant men. Average men are everywhere. Check your bus. They drive buses. Good. I'm assuming he meant go get. Go get your cars. I'm assuming he meant serviced at Goodyear. Go to your local store and meet the freaking manager or assistant manager. So you want us to go grocery shopping and ask for the manager of the grocery store and say, "Hey, are you single?"
No, listen. Let me cue you in on some game, okay? And not to sound like a total creep, but if you're looking for a man, you should go to the grocery store because you can look in his cart and you can see if he has kids or if he's got like another woman, or you can see if he's a single man. And then you can see like what he eats too, because if he's eating like ramens and this and that, I don't know. But if he's eating, something nice, lettuce, a tomato, piece of turkey, whatever you want to call it.
I don't
That
think
ain't
we're
game.
that desperate. Nah, we
What?
ain't that desperate. That sounds like
That's-
desperation.
How's it desperate to go in a place
That's
where you could find a man
That's
and you can it's creepy.
You at a
Oh,
grocery
all right.
Karen, you
store
go
looking at
grocery basket and talk
You
about
go to
it.
grocery store?
My man.
I mean,
You're doing a little-
honestly, that's a good point though, because you
Thank
want
you,
to know
Tay.
what a man eat, how he taking care of himself. That's something I'm
Yes.
looking for.
Thank
I
you,
want
Tay.
to know what
We
Go-
don't
he
go
go
to
to
the-
the grocery store looking for men.
I mean, no, but I get the point though, is what he's saying.
I go to the grocery store because I
none of
need
us go to the grocery
groceries.
store to get a man.
Right.
Right.
I'm two birds with one stone up in here, You can
I
see.
mean,
You
so
can see.
Barnabas
If
does
a
have a
woman's got
point.
a bunch of diapers and a bunch of generic soda, that's a pass. You know what I'm saying? No, thank you. But if she's got
You got to read the room. I agree with that. Wherever
Okay,
you
thank
are, it's good to consider those things.
I was just trying to be helpful, but
You make
So
a
the
point.
only thing I would say, Barnabas, is what you were talking about. Look, all a woman really has to do is just initiate those choosing signals, whatever they are, and let a man know that she might be interested. And it's very light flirting. I don't know how y'all flirt. I don't know how to do it. All I'm saying is, men most of the time can recognize it, and you give them that opening. That's really all you need to do. The whole thing where you got to do a whole bunch of other stuff, it's actually easier for you guys as women, because once we understand and see, that you're open to it and that you're interested, then the man is really supposed to take it from there. It's not a whole lot of it's not really a whole lot that women actually have to do, and I think they know that. That's why they're telling you, no, we're not going to do all of that, because they know they don't have to do all of that, and they really should. And this is where I agree with them. They really shouldn't have to. It's at that point, they're going to expect you to actually, demonstrate some type of leadership as it relates to that relationship.
But,
That includes those nerds. Here's what dudes should be doing. If you got a nerd friend and he's not on his game, just give him a little bit and say, like, dude, why don't you're supposed to be married at this point. What's up,
Kevin, okay, let me jump in here. I'm glad that you found success, but not everyone is as good as you. Not everyone is as good a student as you, or as astute as you, or can pick up on the signs. And you come from a position of this knowledge, but I think you're lacking empathy of how other people's do. And also, furthermore, on that note, my brother-in-law married my sister, right? She picked him up. He's a good-looking man, tall, good-looking, just shy. She picked him up, and he is just a wonderful family member. He gave her 2 kids, hard worker, and I kind of had him in mind, and good. She picked him up. That's just wanted to
Okay,
put
so
that
she
out
gave
there.
him choosing signals. He took it from there, right?
Where'd she pick them up? The grocery store? Where'd she pick them
Yeah,
up?
the grocery store and the organic food produce. No, she.
Well, I want to kind of expound on that point though. I'm surprised that y'all didn't kind of like consume that point. Like he's saying the recon on the grocery cart. Y'all nosy as hell anyway. I guarantee if you show your screen time, they don't slow down your gigabytes because you don't win over for the month. Y'all look at everything on social media, on Instagram, all of that. You mean to tell me if you in just casually shopping, you wouldn't peep somebody's cart to see if they have kids and ramen noodles and all that seems pretty sound to me.
And if you want a man with money, just go to Whole Foods or Wegmans. I mean, come on, it's simple. It's simple.
We're not saying that at all. Like Barnabas is making a good point, but he called it free game. That's not new information for any of us on this panel. We know that already.
Oh no, that's bullshit, Dana. Sorry.
No, it's not.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you acknowledged it, Dana acknowledged it. Everybody heard what he said and automatically shot it down. So
I
there's
said
no
that
way.
first, but somebody was talking over me, so I don't think that you heard that part. But I did say we already know that, but we're also not going to the store to get men.
No, what I'm saying is they didn't already know that, because as soon as he said it, they shot it down. They're talking about, no, that's dumb. Why would we be looking at somebody's cart? That doesn't tell me that they knew that.
No,
I
honest to God.
they acknowledge the point, and then you were about to that he made a good point. But everybody else is like, that was bullshit. You can't tell me that they knew it if they said it was bullshit.
We do know it, but that does not mean that we agree that that's a good idea. Like, okay, we heard what listen, we knew that, and it's not, honest to God. Like, I want to vouch that everyone up here has heard that before over the years. We all have heard that before. That does not mean we can sit there and shoot it down and be like, that's not a good way to meet men. We can say that. We don't have to agree with it, even though we've heard it before. Like,
well, I'm saying you didn't hear it before. That's what I'm saying.
Telling you that we did. I'm telling you, I'm willing to bet every woman up here has heard it before. I'm willing to bet money.
I thought it was an original idea I had, but
you couldn't have.
I think Dana said something.
Sir, surely you jest.
She said I'm not in the right place or whatever to meet men. It's like, you can meet a man anywhere, right? It doesn't mean that you're like some predator hunting down men and killing them, right? It's okay. And the Home Depot is like the new meme. You can meet a man at Home Depot. You can meet a man at the gas station. You can meet them anywhere. You don't have to specifically, okay, now I'm in meet man mode, go to the club and whatever, or I don't know where the specific place is, but you can meet them anywhere, anytime. So I guess just be ready, because you never know when it's going to get you.
Was there ever, and maybe somebody did make a point and I missed it, but I don't think that there was ever an issue of we have trouble meeting men or knowing where to go to meet them. That was never an issue. So, which is why I was saying that the information that you were providing isn't new information to us. I don't know if you were trying to say this is where you can go to meet those people who are maybe a little bit more shy or a little bit nerdy that you wouldn't find in more outgoing settings like a bar or a lounge or something like that. If that's the point that you were making, I understand that as well. But I'm just saying that none of this is new information, and we know where to go to meet men if that's our purpose, if that's our intent. But we're just not rushing to go to the grocery store just to meet men. You know what I mean?
No, but that's what I'm trying to say.
I know that's not what you're saying. I know that's not what you're saying. But
I'm trying to say you can just always be in the mindset. Whenever you're outside, you could meet a man. Okay, all right, well, good. So you already know this, but
Barnabas, I think it's misleading too, because just because you're single doesn't mean you don't meet men or you never had a relationship. People have been married for 1, 2, 3 years and think they know it all. You know what I'm saying? When tomorrow they could be divorced. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like we're living under a rock and we never been in a relationship, a good one, a bad one. You know, that doesn't mean that. So I think the consensus has been over the last few weeks is, if you're single, something wrong with you. No, if you just got single within the last few years, but you've always been in a relationship, like, you know what that's like. So it's not like we've all been single for many, many, many years or all our lives. So we've been there, done that. That's all I'm saying.
Right on. Okay.
So I'm sorry, you got to do the super chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, Zan with the $5 super chat. The Most High won't give you something you're not ready for. Message.
Yeah, so I wanted to hit Mr. Barnabas. So look, it's not that I don't have empathy for men, I do. But look, women aren't gonna do the work for you. You're gonna have to actually do the work yourself as a man in order to get to the point where, if you're shy, well then get with another man and have him give you some game, and then you can take it from there. And all a woman really has to do is just make herself available, and the whole choosing signals thing, and then it's pretty. He just takes it from there. You literally said that's how your brother-in-law got on to his wife, right? She gave him choosing signals, and he took it from there. Like,
no, she swooped down like an eagle and scooped him out of the river.
Well,
like
but he did have some looks. He had the height, he had the looks, and we already.
He was born with that.
Okay, so we already know how that works out. You said he was handsome, and he already had the height, so he already had 2 of what women want right there from the rip. But you said he was shy, and then she gave him choosing signals, and he took it from there. He opened up, and now he's married. You got a great brother-in-law.
I'm not going to discount
just
men improving themselves. You're absolutely right. Everyone
what I'm
should
talking
improve
about.
themselves. Sure.
So she just gave him a chance, and he could have blew the whole thing when she gave him his chance, but he didn't. Then he opened up and said, "Okay, I got to get my game up," and that's what he did. She didn't teach him. He figured it out, and then he got what he got. And you got a great brother-in-law, and some nieces and nephews.
Yep.
But she didn't do that work. He did.
No, he
just
was
gave him
just
the
born that
option.
way. He's like Lady
Okay, well,
Gaga. He was just born that way.
My
I'm
point,
telling
I'm
you.
just telling you, do not put that on the women because they're not going to do it. They're not going to put in that effort. They're expecting you to show up ready. So it's not that I don't have empathy for men. It's just that men have to actually do what it is they're supposed to do on their side. This is what women are looking for.
No,
right?
I know that.
You're right.
You're right.
And that's
You're
what
right.
you got to do. Get your game up. And it's not so much that women need as much game. They just need a little bit of whatever it is they do. That flirt, I don't know how they do it. I'm not a woman. I don't know how to do that. All I'm saying is just make it known that you're interested in this dude, and then he takes it from there. Shy or not. We don't want to hear about that stuff. We don't want to hear about your problems and all the other stuff. You show up ready, man. That's how it's supposed to go.
Can I read the super chat, Hamp?
Go ahead.
Thank you, Gary Grant, for the 11 Canadian dollars super chat. Knowing things and putting it into practice should be two different things. I'm not sure what this means. What, ladies, you are equal to men. When you see it, go get it. The early bird gets the worm.
Yeah. So he's saying, you guys, everybody's saying we equal now. Go get it.
So can I ask a question? I think I didn't even allude it. I said this earlier. What happened? I don't understand why you all men mostly are conflating two different things. Just because we're working now in corporate world and we're making money and paying bills and whatnot, what does that have to do with us wanting to be pursued by men? Why does that mean we shouldn't be pursued by men just because we got good jobs now?
So you agree? So let's clarify, right?
Okay.
Are women equal to men?
No, we don't want to be.
All right, cool. So as long as you maintain that stance, you can probably get what you're asking for.
Good.
But I think he's speaking to that where women think they can do what men can do and all that other shit. I think if that's the case, then y'all need to get out here and start hunting.
Well, a lot of women, I want to say 99 and 100% of the women on this panel have said that we're not equal. We don't want to be equal to men. Like, we want the men to take out the trash. We want the men to cut the grass. We want the men to cook if they're better at cooking. Like we kind of said that, and we want the man to protect us. We want that. A lot of us have said that. So
that's collectively, Asia. You want that. I mean,
I want my cook for me. You right. I want a man to cook. You right. I throw in the cooking part. I want a man to cook for me because I don't like cooking every single day. I don't want it every single day. Thank you.
But you also want to question his decisions, right? And you want to be leader in some aspect, right?
Not necessarily.
And she wants the big piece of chicken.
Yeah.
We already have this and I want that big piece of chicken. If I'm have to be in that leadership role, then the leadership is the bigger piece of chicken. I want him to be the leader.
So,
no, don't gloss over what I'm saying. I always said I want my man to be the leader. I've always said that. Always.
But we also heard what you just said, and so that's what Mr. Grant is addressing. See, you can say it, but then as you expound on it, you kind of actually clarify the opposite.
Those are two different statements. When I was addressing what Mr. Grant said, I literally said, piggyback off of that and said, why are men conflating two different things? Because I work. Because I got a good paying job has nothing to do with me wanting to be pursued by a man. Period. End of thought. The second thought was me addressing what Isha said about me saying I wanted the bigger piece of chicken. I said that in a previous podcast almost a month ago because I said if the man is not in a leadership role, and again, for all the people in the back, it's not real chicken. It's a euphemism, okay? If he's not playing his part in being the leader in the household, and if I am, then I deserve the bigger piece of chicken because that was reserved for the leader of the household.
Yeah,
so that was a different conversation.
Yeah, but Age, we just saying, like, if you think you can hop in and out of that role and he got to compete.
Want to be.
What I'm saying is, if you can usurp that role from him, then you can't be out here expecting him to pursue you like yesteryear.
My man wouldn't even allow me to usurp the leadership role because my man, I'm not attracted to that. I'm not attracted to that kind of man.
Are you serious?
I'm very. Are
you want me to say names?
Huh?
You can hear. You want me to say names?
Are we doing this right now?
All right,
say names then.
Watch
what you talking about?
Watch it.
Nigga,
Mr. Britt with the fire. Mr. Britt with the $5 super chat. In my opinion, women only want a few things: security, protection, stability, and commitment. Lead with your strengths. Build yourselves up in areas you're lacking. Yeah, I think that seems to sound to me. I guess. Man, Barnabas, you got anything else for the ladies?
That's it. Thanks for having me. Great show.
Thank you, Barney.
Barnabas, you man. Be safe.
See you. Bye.
Mr. Kev, you got anything for the ladies?
No, I don't have any questions. Do the ladies have any questions for me?
Good.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing I would say after that is just, give those signals out there. Let the guys know you're available, and then the gentleman will take it from there. And I don't want to talk about him since he's not here, but dude's gonna have to come ready. This thing where you're older, especially about this in your 30s, and you still aren't married yet. Women aren't gonna want to hear that you're shy and all this other stuff. You're gonna have to show up ready, which means you need to get with another man, get your game up, and then because I'm assuming all the other stuff is in place. Everything, your life, your finances, your career, and all the other stuff. If you're just shy and that's the only thing you're lacking, I can work with you on that. I'll get you where you need to go with that. But I mean, all this other stuff, women aren't going to put that time and effort and energy. They're going to expect you to be ready. So I think most of the women would agree with that. Yes. Okay. See, there you go.
Yeah, come ready. I ain't got time to waste.
Ham, there's somebody in the back. If you in the back.
Hey, Mr. Risky, hey, thanks for letting me up. Hey, man, like I said, I love your work over here, man. I love what you do.
Hey, Mr. Kev, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, thank you. Babe, be safe.
Thanks, yeah, likewise. Nice meeting you, ladies.
Yes, sir. Who's in the back chat? Nay?
David?
David?
There's no David in the back chat? They just hit me up saying they're in the back chat. Is it another name?
No, it was just Nay.
We'll bring my girl Nay back up.
John the Baptist was asking you to drop the link again, too.
All right, I got a few more minutes. All right. Kevin3905. What up, Kev? With a $5 super chat. It's a conditional femininity that turns us off, ladies. Awesome panel, though. All right. John been showing mad love, though. I gotta let me see, drop it real quick. Man. Oh. Shout out to Mr. Kev. What is that? H&L. The hell, Kev at? They got him.
Hope it don't bounce. 150 whatever rubles.
No, it's just in there now. Hey, Mr. Kev, we appreciate it, man. Definitely.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
I'm gonna give him a few more minutes, ladies, to see if somebody want to hit the link. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. So let me see.
While we doing that, Ham, I just want to say, what's his name? Barney. I think he had a good point in terms of just being having the right mindset, because you can run into anybody at any time if you're open to that. Which is why I always say and I manifest that I'm open to love of all forms, because I am, so if I go out to the grocery store, I'm not looking for it, but if I run into it, I'll be ready. So I think that's important to reiterate that point of, being open.
Yeah, I think also, honestly, all jokes aside, what Kevin said was probably the most viable. Like, if a woman shows interest, right, then after she does that, men generally kind of take it over. So if a woman were to come up to me in the club, if we get a drink, I'll probably end up buying the majority of the drinks, like as we just kick it, if we move to the next spot, whatever the case is. So I think that's pretty solid, but I think there's something to that pool of men that aren't being selected, and I don't think they get a lot of opportunities. And I think maybe if we gave them more opportunities, I think maybe we'll have a better success rate.
I don't believe that, because I have a friend in the same situation, and you can give him opportunities on top of opportunities. He's just not going to. He doesn't read the room. He doesn't know how to read the room. He does not understand social cues. He don't understand a lot. And I think it has a lot to do with, again, being one of those adults who no one has ever held him accountable for certain things. So he doesn't get it. And so that's always like a scary situation when you're dealing with people who who I don't want to call them nerds, but are kind of off in a way where they're to themselves a lot, or in the house a lot, or don't know how to function socially.
Well, you kind of described the accountant. You seen that?
Yeah. Yep.
With Bennett, yeah, that's more spectrum based.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think some of them, especially highly intelligent nerds, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they do. They sometimes they don't understand social cues, and that's their issue. And they don't want anybody telling them they don't understand the social cues because no one's ever said anything to them. They just date them, use them, leave them, but nobody ever has a conversation with them to say, you know, you're not functioning in a sense of social cues to understand if a female likes you, so.
Yeah. Also, Ro, I think a lot of men assume women are interested too. I think they can kind of shoot themselves, or if a woman comes up to them, they're not even thinking, oh, she trying to talk to me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like her proximity is there. She engaging you, but they're like, ain't no way it's me, I've heard, I think we said it. Go ahead, love.
Real quick, look for Limitless in the back chat.
Somebody's in the back chat?
Limitless. It should be the name.
I don't see nobody yet.
If not, I'm gonna tell him to stop texting me. Okay, nobody's back to name Limitless. They're texting my phone saying they're back there. Okay, never mind.
The link is in the chat. You guys see it, right? I dropped it. You see
it?
I
saw it. No, I saw it. They said they were in the back chat. So never mind. Stop texting me.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think they had some good points. Mr. Kevin, long-winded as a motherfucker. You see how I feel now, right, love?
He really was. So is he in Honduras?
He must be.
So his wife is Honduran?
I don't know.
He's a passport guy?
See, no, he ain't up here. Don't do it.
I'm so not being shady. I really was asking. Don't do that, Ham, because you adding spice to what I just asked. Don't be
Come
shady.
on, yeah. Hey, Asia, it's not just me anymore that know you. Everybody up here know you. They know what that was. You muted too fast. We knew it was a shot.
You on the sign, Asia. She young too.
I mean, I'm just saying facts that I heard on the show tonight, and I'm asking questions. I didn't know that was against the law.
Ignite was good. You can hear. Oh. He was talking about Tay in the chat and all that.
But his lights were off. When he came on.
What I do now?
It was dark.
Who was?
No, he said he gonna bag you.
He's coming back. Oh,
okay.
Getting bagged tonight. Oh.
And then Barnabas was wondering the same thing. Asia.
Me and Barnaby on the same wavelength sometimes, and he wants to act right.
Holla at him.
No, he's taken. Number one. Number two, we'd be better off as good friends. We can go.
Barnabas keep his options open, and he could play the guitar.
I listen. I'm good.
Remember, you said you like white guys.
Oh no, you didn't.
Hey, you said my line.
We doing this tonight.
Ask Isha.
Isha staying on mute.
Ask Isha. Oh, look at Russ. Russ, please. She got jungle fever. She ain't open to love.
I'm open to love. I am love.
The only person who don't care about nothing, but as long as they a person, is Tay.
Tay, yeah.
In all forms.
She likes love in all forms. I'm not there yet.
I don't like love in all forms, but I definitely will date different races. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. All right, let me get his go. His name keep popping back on and off. I'm not gonna keep bringing her up here. All right, I don't see him.
The St. John coming. You said John the Baptist. I mean,
John the Baptist.
Shout
out to John the Baptist, man. He been rocking all show too. But I dropped the link. Nobody came up. Ignite came up, and he was sitting in like he was on Blair Witch.
Hey, he's in the woods. Yeah. Blair Witch.
Yeah, Blair Witch.
I got a question.
My internet. Something wrong. It's
Go ahead.
Infinity. My internet acting up.
Go ahead, Dana.
So we kind of got away from the conversation or the question rather that's on the ticker at the bottom because we had the guests come in. But I've been wanting to ask for some time because it seems like there's always this recurring theme of women being less desirable as we age because of the things that you mentioned, the factors that you mentioned earlier, because men value youth, fertility, and whatever the hell she said, I forget. But why is there never a conversation about the fact that just as women are aging, men are also aging right along with us? And there are things that we value about you all that also change as you age. You start to lose your hair, you get dad bods, your dicks don't work. All kind of things happen as you all get older, but we're just expected rather to maintain ourselves in a moment in time and accept the bullshit that a lot of men offer as they age, but once younger, fertile, whatever women.
Yeah, we discuss issues, so
Okay.
that's not an issue. And you can look and you can look at the men that are older and they're able to marry younger. Why? Because women don't value a man's aesthetic. Women don't value a man's aesthetic as much, right? And we've actually said that up here. The aesthetic of a man is what, number 3 on the totem pole for women. But is she kept in terms of security and provision? And as we know, men hit their financial stride at what age? 45. So they still have that. Money makes men desirable. Beauty makes women desirable in a vacuum.
So I had a question. So the guy
Just as a short wait, Nay, let me. I'm talking to Dana.
Go ahead.
We know you. We know you don't listen until it's your turn to talk. We know that.
I do listen. Don't be letting me talk. Jump in. Thank you.
Like you in the chat. Like, I mean, just come on. So, that's the long and short of it, Dana. We could dig in deep, but those two things rank highly, and men go up in value because of their financial status as they age. And women's value is highest in that 20s to early late 20s.
But along those lines, there are you're naming multiple factors that go into what makes women desirable. There are multiple factors that go into making men desirable as well. So just because you're increasing your value in one area, that let's not ignore the fact that your value for us is decreasing in other areas, even though it may not be as high on the list.
You saying men with bald heads are less desirable?
No, I'm not saying that. I like bald heads personally.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to quell that point. I know you threw it in there, but I know I heard you say you like bald heads before. So
put him in a fucking bed.
Now, no, it's no big deal. You my man's. Now, so that one's out. And yeah, you're right. The man could get a little bit out of shape, but that bread make a difference.
Where's Mike anyway?
Look at love. Isha, come on. You know what time it is. All right. So yeah, I mean, and then so the his money and your beauty, those things are more aligned. Those are the two things you would compare.
But just know, if you're putting it out there, you better not lose it. Like that, then that's real life, right? If you're gonna put your money out there, because
you ain't saying nothing,
huh?
You ain't saying nothing profound. We know that women, when a man, I'm just saying. Sorry, I couldn't do the soliloquy. It's late. All I'm saying is that. Yeah, we know if he go broke, you go somewhere else. We know that women are hypergamous, so that's
pay how you weigh. Pay how you weigh. Then if you want them young girls, pay how you weigh, and don't get mad when she sit there and get her side dude because you're.
You ain't gonna still say it again, are you?
She was about to say the worms. If your worms start to show up, then yeah, no.
Is that how Kevin C got his wife? Because she's 12 years younger than him. It was his money, and he said he was in the military, and he's older.
But if you look, I mean, I haven't seen him, but he didn't look like he probably still in decent, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, a nigga can't look like Snoop Dogg shit.
Yeah. So
but if he's doing
she got the money. That's what it is. Okay.
What'd you say? What did you say, Nate? That's nonsensical. Go ahead.
It must be the money. Because I mean, I'm just saying. Look at Isha. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe that's what it is. He said he got somebody younger, and I would assume that she's younger, so she's more fertile. But it sounds to me maybe like his swimmers ain't swimming, they drowning, and so maybe that's why he can't have no more kids. So maybe she doesn't, or maybe she doesn't want to have kids with him. I'm just saying because he was trying to come for the older woman, but I'm like, yeah, you said you got somebody that's
What did he? What did he said that they both already had kids.
Yeah, she probably don't want kids with him, but she want that money though. He came from the military. He got a nice pension.
Oh, so you're saying that she didn't want the kids, so he didn't have any?
He could be just a nice guy, Nate. Like
he married him for his military benefits. Let's stop.
No
commissary, no taxes.
That's what it was giving.
I'm a military brat. I know.
See, that's what happens, right? And now y'all lose y'all dignity listening to that bullshit May just said.
No, I mean, it was giving.
It's the truth, though.
It was giving.
I mean, what? Listen, hold. Let me newsflash. Ain't nobody up here above a 6. So y'all coming at Mr. Kev like he was so unattractive. Older men can have a reverence and be handsome, but y'all running around here, y'all 3s in the halves, 4, 5, 6 on a great day. Like,
he's decent. He can be decent, but I'm saying that money though, it's the money. I'm the same.
So all I'm gonna say is Chief put himself out there talking about he got a dad bod. Tell Chief to stand up. Tell Chief to come on live and stand up so we can see his dad bod. Does he stay talking about his body all the time? Let's see it. He want to show it so bad. Let's see it.
Mr. Grant with the $2 chat. It's always about the money. Do not get it twisted. That's a fact.
It is about the money. For most women.
Hey, well, y'all don't do that. He's just on the panel. Now y'all talking about how he look. Shit, y'all. I'm telling you now.
I never said he was unattractive. What I'm saying is the truth.
Nah, bro, you didn't say it.
The truth is seriously. Seriously.
Next challenge. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send Tay, help me out. What's them wipes that wipe all the makeup off your face?
Like the Neutrogena makeup wipes? Like
I'm gonna Amazon Prime them to all of y'all. And the next episode, y'all gonna wipe it off in real time. I want to see.
Nothing
Don't
white
wear
makeup. Never wore
Natural,
makeup.
baby.
Don't call me to death.
I got
Let's just
lipstick
do
on.
it.
That's it. That's
Let's
lipstick.
just do it.
I have nothing on my face. Nothing.
Let's just do it. No big deal. We're gonna do
You're
it.
talking to the wrong crowd. You're talking to the wrong
I mean,
crowd.
I already got some in my house. I can go send.
I got you.
That's it.
I got you. We're gonna do it live on the air. No big deal.
Please do. And when you send in them Neutrogena wipes, let me send you some more Amazon finds. I want you to send.
But
over
wait,
there.
so are the people going to rate us, Ham? Like, what's going to happen?
They're
The
gonna
people
rate
gonna
you
us?
because they're gonna see Asia top lip is actually very, very, very black. So, yeah.
Wow.
Oh man. See, but you remember them Capones? You a Capone smoking nigga.
Are you kidding me? Shut up. I don't smoke cigarettes.
Hey man, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. I don't really fuck with Jerry. Hey, this has been an awesome show, man. Shout out to y'all. Y'all did good. Mr. Britt said he gonna rate all the fellas gonna rate. And the good thing is the fellas is so consistent, they seen y'all for at least a month. So this is what I want. Next episode. Everybody agreeing? Is everybody all right? Shake. Put your hand out. Look at sis. Ro. Sis.
We agree. What do we agree to?
See?
We gonna use Neutrogena wipes.
Dana.
I don't have makeup on, so
That's all. I think this is with no makeup on.
That's what I want. I want good lighting. I want hair pulled back or Asia combed up. I don't know. All right, no glasses.
See y'all.
Only thing I want you to do, brush your teeth. And Tay, I see what you be doing. And you and Nay, don't all this shit. I don't want it glistening or none of that shit. I don't want.
You don't want me. First of all, this is my body butter. I can't help that. So I'm gonna be ashy.
Nope,
You want me to be ashy?
No body butter, none of that shit. I want regular. I want regular Jergens lotion. I don't want you to be ashy, but
all
Listen
natural.
to the rules. Listen to the rule.
Just
Listen to the rule. Listen to the rules.
We're not
No
fancy.
biases. Fuck that. Listen to the rules. No, you can brush your teeth. Jergens only. None of that body butter shit and all that. Nah.
I use vitamin E oil. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go, Kev. Thank you. Roll your ass out of bed. That's what we want.
Okay. So at the same time, the men that are going to grade us, can we add the men that are going to put grades on us next week that they come on camera then to give a grade?
No.
No,
hell no, because they're gonna go in.
Can't be keyboard gangsters sitting there giving people twos because they're.
Oh, you were saying? Well, you know they're gonna grade in the chat, but you saying like they should come on the panel, at least give a reason why.
Yes, like if they're gonna sit there and give a 2 because they're gonna be an asshole, at least come on video, on the panel, on video.
Love, you know that's gonna be hard to do though. You know it's gonna be hard to do because they're just gonna be commenting.
They're scared because they're keyboard gangsters.
Well, we are the talent, so you don't expect the talent, not the non-talent, not to get up here.
That ain't gonna be fun because that's
it's gonna be fun. We be having too much fun for that.
I want to roast them niggas too.
Yep,
they're gonna roast us y'all next week. You already know it.
And they need to come on video so we can roast them.
So Barnabas said he in. Of course, Rock said he in.
We definitely need to bring him back.
Yeah, bring the pictures and put it on the screen. We can rate it there.
Tell him to come here.
Mr. Britt said, "I look like him." Yo, y'all stupid, man. All right, yeah, the fellas in, man. They said they definitely ain't missing this one. So it's gonna be a good one, man, for sure. All right, I don't really fuck with Jerry Springer, but I do like one of his constructs. Tay, final thought.
Final thought is, I feel like age does play a factor, and whether you should shoot your shot or not, because anybody got time to waste. You see something, go get it.
Word. Dana?
Final thought is, if you're a person who wants to pursue, then go after what you want. But also understand that everybody is not in that lane, and we still value traditional roles as women.
Word. Love?
I want men to be men again. Make men great again. Pursue women. I agree with Dana. I think when men should be hunters. They're natural hunters. I want them to play in that role again. Make men great again and pursue the woman that you want. You may not be perfect at it. You may be nervous, but use your discernment and know that that's the woman that you need to go after. Everything will be all right.
Word. Ms. Nay?
Most women have some level of game, whether at first or after we've been game, because it's gonna come, because we do get tired of being played. And it honestly doesn't matter when you pay on a date or you give the box. That's up to your discretion. No judgment.
Ro?
Create your game, play your game, and don't be afraid of the rewards or the consequences.
Word. I missed this super chat. Sis bounce. Sis look like DW from Arthur. Don't kill me. DW was straight for a cartoon though. From what I can remember. Listen, I think Asia is correct, right? But women, make sure your presentation is right. Right? Make sure you're willing, ready, able, and you can accept. Right? Be well intentioned, because the game that we mentioned for women actually has a little bit of a conniving feel to it, because it feels more like run game. So I agree. I think women can definitely run game, right? But that kind of how we got to this point where men ain't pursuing the same, and women aren't being pursued. So I think we both got to come back to our original stance, You know what I mean? Being feminine, being softer, being willing, and then men being authoritative, being confident, and being, protective. I think those things align pretty well. But next week is gonna be fun. I'm gonna send out the Neutrogena pads, and we gonna see. Goddamn it! Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and we out.